And welcome everyone to Rocky Stone Field, Moncton, New Brunswick, for the 21st Maritime Bowl of the MFL. Peter Como here with my special color commentary, Bobby McIntyre, longtime player here. Bobby, what's the expectations today?
Pleased to be here. A lot of history between the Moncton Mustangs and the Nova Scotia Buccaneers. Honestly, this is an up-and-coming team. The Nova Scotia Buccaneers are somebody who has improved every week. They were dead last year, and they've just risen from the ashes. So they've done a lot of things to turn this thing around. It's going to be a great football game, Pete.
Ben George kicking off for the Mustangs.
Little wind action there.
And the wind kind of knocked the ball off. Normally he does much better on a kickoff.
Anticlimactic, I would say.
Out of the gate. So Mustangs win if they do.
Yeah, so this is the thing, is that this is a team that last year in 2022 put everybody into straight time. This is a team that was easily 30 points ahead of everybody. This is not the case this year. This team has to work. This team has to, if they come in thinking that this is going to be a cakewalk, Nova Scotia is going to win. So this is something that they need to take seriously.
And the Buccaneers?
Buccaneers are somebody who lives and breathes by Liam O'Brien, their number 15, their quarterback. So he's about to trot on and go to work.
So Ben George kicks it from his own 45 and actually hits the upright, so it is now a dead ball. It'll be first.
Katie Axman
10
right there.
yards on the 20-yard line. Referees this afternoon, Allison Gates has the big job. Simon Gare, Aaron Dunfield, John McDonald, James Beeler, Francois Couture, and Ian Habblethwaite round out the referees crew. And that'll be the three teams on the field today.
Yeah, so as we mentioned, the Buccaneers are starting with the ball. So they live and breathe with Liam O'Brien, the quarterback out of St. Mary's. He also plays receiver. Got a great pair of legs. He's very fast. He's somebody that they have to keep contained or it's going to be big trouble.
So we're ready to go as the first offensive play of the championship game. As Bobby said, Liam O'Brien back at quarterback in pistol situation. It's balance our trips to the narrow side of the field. Over the top, out of the gate early.
First.
Pass to number 24 for the Buccaneers, Brody Boudreau. Through his hands, incomplete as the Buccaneers open with a big one.
That's right in the breadbasket, too. That's something you got to have in a game like this. But the reality is Liam put it exactly where it needed to go. So we'll see here. Matt Rose, number 11, sitting deep. In good trail position, but looks at the ball a little bit too early. Liam puts it where it needs to go. Got to make those catches. So the remaining starters are running back Toro Gabrielli, receiver Dawson Kierstead, Jordan Kierstead, Brody Boudreau, Matt Renouf, and Hayden Murray. That's their specialists today.
So 2nd and 10, Buccaneers on their own 20 on the right hash. O'Brien back, sitting comfortably in the pocket, hits the quick hook, and it's going to miss the first tackle and gets first down yardage, and that's Matthew Renouf with a very simple pitch and catch there, Bob.
Yeah, good duck. He ducked right underneath the high tackle there. And now we are, third and... Nope, looks like a first down.
First down, ball is on their own 35-yard line on the left hash.
So the remainder of the offense is offensive tackle Kyle Dickens, Nick Bohor, Logan Neal, Justin Murphy, and Tristan Miguel for your Bucks.
So ace backfield 32, Lehman pistol. He's going to run it up the gut all by himself, has plenty of room, plenty of action. And he gets about 16 yards. Again, first down, Buccaneers on their own 51.
Yeah, wait for the replay, but the Mustangs are falling down. They're not keeping their feet. So you'll see here, look at the fall. Just blew a tire and then a missed tackle. So 16 yards is easy when you can't tackle.
So a good start for the Buccaneers if they go back-to-back with first downs. Again, 1st and 10. Ball on their own 51. It is trips to O'Brien in a pistol position. There's their first run of the game. That's number 30 with the ball, Toro Gabrielli. And he knocks off about 3 or 4 yards. It'll be 2nd and long for the Buccaneers.
So we'll go through the Mustangs defense now, Pete. This is a team that has they're very young, especially in the back end. So if we go through the offense or the defensive line, you've got Caden Boomer, Ben Dunstan, Alexandre Athens-Leger, and Felix LeBlanc. Their linebackers are Matt Rose, Ryan Cormier, and Zach Terrio. And then they've got Matthew LeBlanc, Chris Brown, Shohei Fujita, Josh Armstrong, and Ben George filling out the secondary.
So second and just under 7 for the Buccaneers at the center field stripe. Another pitch, all kinds of pressure and a sack, but flags on the play. It could be a head tackle or a head contact or a face mask.
That's exactly what it is. That's a tough one. That's a well-timed blitz. Both edges. Just got hands to the face here, Pete.
So we'll just wait and see whether referee Gates comes with the call.
It's a very small slap. If we get the replay here, it's just contact to the head. Nothing intentional. Just one of those unfortunate penalties that kind of happens when you're aggressive and playing football.
So rough play. They called it as face mask, automatic, 15 yards and first down. Buccaneers cross into Mustangs' side of the field for the first time. Ball is now spotted at the 41, right at the center of the field.
It's the right idea if you're the Mustangs, though. You get pressure on O'Brien, and you had a sack. You can't do illegal things, unfortunately.
So O'Brien again in pistol. A lot of motion of the backfield. Some pressure. He escapes it, throws the ball, incomplete.
Caden Boomer. That's Boomer in pursuit.
Mikhail Vincent was the intended receiver. Incomplete to be second and 10.
So that's Boomer, kid out of Riverview, right? I mean, he's special. He is on his way to the Carleton Ravens in the fall and fine-tuning his skills here. He's been a menace. You see him week from week. He's one of those guys that ends up on their defensive player of the game time after time. So.
And I think he was the NBIA Defensive Player of the Year.
Sure was.
So he's the real deal, as they say.
Yeah.
So second and 10 now for the Buccaneers. Ball is on Mustangs' 40-yard line. O'Brien back to drop. All kinds of time. No real pressure. Now he's got some pressure. Gets out of it. Fumbles the ball. It's picked up by the running back, but he'll still go for a huge loss.
Wow. Yep.
As Turo Gabrielli recovers the fumble. It'll be third and about 20 yards. For the Buccaneers.
So that's Ryan Cormier eventually getting to the ball and making that tackle. Shout out to Detroit Lions. One of the only other Detroit Lions fans I know, Pete. I'm diehard. 1991, baby, last playoff win
on the East Coast.
Let's go.
The Detroit Lions.
The Detroit Lions. Barry Sanders. Yeah.
They might want to call him back. So second down, just under 20 yards to go. Third down.
Yeah, 3rd and 15.
Third and a long way to go.
So you're probably going to see a too high safety look here from the Mustangs, trying to protect against that long ball. And that's what we get.
All kinds of motion here. And they run the ball with Gabrielli, just run it right at him. He's going to get about 5 yards, but that'll bring up fourth down. So after an early start by the Buccaneers, moving the ball downfield, they stall, and we'll turn it over now to the Mustangs.
Certainly to say that was an interesting call. This is a team who definitely, their quarterback is their best running threat in terms of just pure big play ability. Their running back is kind of more of that inside the tackle runner, and they do spread you out with the single back. They go 5 wide all the time. So interesting call, 3rd and 15. Draw. Might have saw something. Not sure what they saw. Punt return.
And punting now. With the wind, the carry's pretty good, and he angles it away from the returner. He might get that really nice bounce. Puts him right on the sidelines. Up the sidelines, he's coming. No contact. Does get out to about the 14-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 as the Mustangs offense takes the field for the first time this afternoon with 10:24 remaining in the first quarter.
Yeah, so that returner was Josh McDonald. He's actually a baseball player by trade, played at Holland College. Just unbelievable athlete. On last year's team, he hurt his knee early on, was by far the best comeback player of the year on the team, and had a catch last week where he actually caught off somebody's back. So
Comfort in quarterback in the Mustangs on the first play. They run their stretch zone. Goes for short yardage.
So common culprits on the Mustangs. They have a bit of a nucleus. They can run the rock. Caleb Fogarty out of St. FX. Just one of those guys who's gonna. He's a threat to run it to the house on any given play.
Offside. Nova Scotia. 5-yard penalty. Repeat. First down.
If you're the Buccaneers, you've got to make sure that you rally to the football and you've got to contain him because it's extremely important that he doesn't get off a big play.
So it's a 5-yard penalty against the Buccaneers. It'll be 1st and 5 for the Mustangs. Comfort comes up throwing the football, and there's a catch. Gets to the outside. And that is
Guess
the
who?
receiving man.
Guess who?
Josh Hicks.
Yeah.
Perennial All-Star.
That's it.
Former Mount Allison player, former Moncton High School Purple Knights. Mr. Everything.
You got it. So this is the thing about Josh is that your first time that you're trying to tackle him, he's probably going to put a stiff arm on you, or he's going to try to run through you, right? Like, he's not a small guy to tackle. He's got the best hands in the league. So
1st and 10, Mustangs. Comfort again in pistol. Fogarty running off tackle with room, sees space, cuts it upfield, carves out about another 6 yards. It'll be 2nd down of 4 yards for the Mustangs.
yeah, so we mentioned Caleb Fogarty in the backfield. They're led by Dan Comfort, number 2. Just your solid starting quarterback. He's going to make a lot of good decisions. He's going to do everything that the coach asks of him, and he's playing at an all-star level this year. And then you've got Brandon Caldwell, your H-back, who is just another offensive lineman. Yeah. We'll go over the rest.
With a high number.
We'll go over the rest next play.
2nd and 4, Mustangs. Again, Caleb with the carry. Right into the guts of Buccaneers and rips off 10 yards. It'll be 1st down and 10 inside the Buccaneers' 50-yard line for the Mustangs.
Yeah, so this is like we said, this is a team that can run the rock. So you've got Greg Kinsman, former All-Star at Acadia. You're creating a gap off the right tackle there. That side is Jamie Ward's side. And then you've got Sebastian Charette, Colby Belbo, and Jarek McWilliams rounding out the offensive line.
1st and 10, Mustangs on the drive. A quick kick out to Hicks again. Goes incomplete. Had the ball in his hands. Just couldn't squeeze it. All kinds of traffic coming at him.
So we mentioned Josh McDonald, Josh Hicks. The other receivers to watch are John Terrio and Julian Athens-Leger. Both Athens-Leger and Terrio are on the younger side in terms of the veterans. You've got McDonald and you've got Hicks. It was a nice hit by number 3.
They like that. 2nd and 10, Mustangs.
That's
after the incomplete pass.
Aiden Marshall.
We run offside with a kickoff.
Cam Morley.
And that's Cam Morley ripping through the center of the Buccaneers defense for another Mustangs 1st down.
Yeah, you got it. So you've got a two-headed monster in Moncton. I always used to joke last year that Cam Morley was the power back, and he hates being called that, but he is a better between the tackles runner.
1st and 10, a free play, all kinds of flags, so the air out over the top as you would. And now it's going to be a matter of was it procedure, was it offside? Right now it's a coin toss, but we'll have a referee Gates straighten us out.
The fact that they let that play goes on usually tells you that it's on the defense, unless it's a receiver in motion.
Offside.
So there's
Scotia,
offside
5-yard
Buccaneers,
penalty.
so that'll eventually
Repeat.
go 5 yards.
1st down.
1st down repeated, and only 5 yards to go. Ball now inside the 30-yard line of the Buccaneers.
And for those of you who are wondering what a free play means, in football that means that when somebody goes offside, you have a positive result no matter what if you're the offense, so you might as well take a shot downfield, and that's exactly what they did.
Morley back up through the middle of the Buccaneers defense with great success. He does get the 1st down. 1st down inside the Buccaneers 20 for the Mustangs. They're on the 18-yard line.
Said just more zone run. This is the bread and butter. It's run the ball until you can stop it, and very few can. So a lot of success. Set up the play action.
So 1st and 10, Comfort again in pistol, coming up throwing. Looks over the top with a little shoulder fake, deep in the end zone, and just over the fingertips of the Mustangs receiver. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, a little unusual there, Pete. That's when somebody as good as Josh, he can make one-handers, but as Coach says in practice, 2 hands, right? 2 hands.
2 hands all the time. Now,
That's
we will
all it
say
is.
we do have a fairly aggressive diagonal win coming from your right to the left. So as a receiver, you do have to make those adjustments, and especially what ball looks like it's coming to you might be just a little bit further than you thought. So you have to accelerate to the ball.
You can tell by his body's language he wants that one back, and he's a competitor. He'll be fine.
Morley going in, and the Buccaneers now
Great
with
play.
their first stop.
Look at that.
No yards gain. It'll be bringing up a 3rd and long now for the Mustangs.
So it looks like, is it 89 inside?
Morley on the carry. It'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, he's got the jersey folded, but 51 and 69. That's
Jake Curley Smith.
yeah, you got it.
the
Yep, and
line.
Nick Bohor. That's a great play. Nice stuff.
So 3rd and long. Mustangs looking at converting as they do get deep into the Buccaneers' end of the field. Comfort waiting for the motion to settle down as Hicks crosses the field. He goes to the play action pass. Well read. He's got a corner wide open. The ball is in the air. And unfortunately, just off target as Josh Hicks open, but the ball was not able to make it. It'll be 4th down. And on the field comes Ben George, who's had an outstanding year this year with his kicking, all facets, punting, field goal, convert, kickoff. Out of Acadia, out of Moncton High, another really solid football player for the Mustangs that you'd like to have on your special team.
Yeah, and he also plays corner, so he'll be playing corner today. But on that last play, that's very normal. It's a play action boot. Dan runs a really nice play action fake. He did have him just a little bit overthrown.
So it'll be a 26-yard field goal from the right hash for Ben George. A ball spotted down by Comfort. Ball is up. The wind carries it, and it is wide. We'll see if the Buccaneers try and get it out or just give up the point. And he's still fighting, but running out of real estate out of bounds. So the first field goal is wide. And
however, Canadian football, what do we get out of that, Pete?
Welcome to the first goal of the game, outstanding goaltending.
The Rouge. The Rouge.
The ever popular Rouge.
That's it. So it's only popular when you're the one scoring the point. Anyone who's out there who only watches NFL, in Canadian football, university, CFL, doesn't matter. Anything in the end zone that doesn't come out is a single point. So if you kick it through the back or you get a kneel, you do still get a single. And it makes for some very interesting scores sometimes, especially when you score a lot of Rouges. There's only one way to get a 1, Pete. Only one way to get a 1.
So that brings the ball out to the Buccaneers' 35-yard line where they have the opportunity to put their offense on the field from there and choose the hash. It'll be on the left hash. We're 6:30 remaining in the first quarter. 1-0 for the Mustangs. Both teams have had drives. They haven't been able to sustain it, and we hopes as they settled into the game, we'll see a little more long-term offense here. O'Brien back in quarterback again in pistol. Flag on the play. Goes over the top on the corner. And again, the same problem. Ball is overthrown. So it'll go as incomplete.
Yeah, so if you pay attention to the near side of your screen here, you've got 2 hooks. And then the third receiver ran a corner route and ends up just outthrowing him a little bit there. Free safety was in good position. Looks like one of those free plays,
Offside.
perhaps.
Moncton 5-yard penalty. Repeat.
So
First down.
Free play. That'll advance the ball 5 yards to the 40-yard line, and now it'll be first down over and only 5 yards to go for the Buccaneers. O'Brien again in pistol position. 3 receivers to his right, 2 receivers to the left. Ace backfield. Him in pistol. Comes up throwing. He's got all kinds of time. No real pressure. Now using his feet to get out of pressure. Trying to find someplace to go. And he does squeeze his way. It looks like he'll probably get the first down pending the mark. And yes, he does. So he does scramble for 6. It'll be first down and 10 for the Buccaneers. Ball on their own 46-yard line.
And that's what this guy can do. We mentioned that at the top of the broadcast. He's a danger with his legs. I will say, smart play by Verlandi to not hold on, because that was so close to a penalty there. But the old horse collar, he avoided that by not actually holding on. So smart play by him. Water break. That's what happens when you're old, Pete.
Yeah. Oh, you're not going to be able to get enough of today. The temperature's 32 with a wind chill of 37.
A wind chill. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
So we were talking earlier, if you were a defensive lineman weighing in at about 275, by the end of the game, you're going to be a scat back weighing about 140.
Yeah.
It is a very hot and humid day. Fortunately, there is a bit of a breeze. Not the best for your passing game, but at least it helps the players cool off, because it's going to get pretty warm out there today. But this is championship football, so you got to look at all the elements.
No, for sure.
That bring it. It could be a tornado going through here, but you still got to play the game.
The league does a great job. I mean, I started as a water boy, Pete. 2001 when the league started. I was the inaugural water boy for the Fredericton Gladiators back in the day, and it's always the offense that gets to call it to avoid any momentum killing.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Fun fact.
Yeah. So it is 1st and 10. O'Brien,
Blitz.
handoff. Runs right at the Mustangs defense. That's Gabrielli with the run. Small gain. It'll be about second and about 8 yards to go.
Yeah, the Mustangs have been very aggressive off the edges, so you can see both defenders that were in the backfield were actually blitzing off the edge. So they're not afraid to send a halfback. So you saw Rose go in there, and you also saw Josh Armstrong. So clearly not afraid to send the pressure.
2nd and 8. Ball at the 48, right hash mark. 3 receivers to O'Brien's left, 2 to his right. 1 running back. Ball snapped. The ball's going in the air again. He's got just a quick out route. And that looks first yard gain for Jordan Kierstead as a very crisp pass on the quick out by the slot back. It's hard to cover that.
Simple little rope. You got to give up something. The flats is often what you have to give up as a defensive back. Good tackle, but, I mean, hey, if you do that all game, it's going to be hard to stop.
1st and 10. Buccaneers cross into the Mustangs' end of the field for the second time. 3 receivers to O'Brien's left, 2 to the boundary or short side of the field. Out of the pistol. Comes up throwing again. Just a quick hook. It's a hook, catch, and catch on that play.
Yep.
Rose with the tackle. Nick Chatter with the reception.
Nothing fancy.
5-yard hook.
Yep.
5-yard catch, 5-yard tackle. 2nd and 5 now for the Buccaneers.
Yeah, Liam O'Brien looked like a young Peter Como at the beach at Parley, throwing 5-yard hooks, right? All day.
I had to keep remembering to throw to my team.
That's it.
Yeah.
Lefty. He's a southpaw, folks. He's a southpaw.
Yeah.
Remember that.
Yeah. So 2nd and 5, Buccaneers. O'Brien in the pocket comfortably. Another quick hook. Same combination. Number 80, Nick Chatter with the catch. Rose.
That's it. You gotta think they're setting up a hook and go. If you're the Mustangs, you got to be extremely patient and diligent. Again, we've got to give up something. If someone wants to throw 3 or 4 yard hooks, it's better than a 30-yard bomb down the field. So bend, don't break. They're driving again, Pete.
1st and 10. Ball now on the Mustangs' 42-yard line. O'Brien with a little bit of rhythm with the underneath game. And I tell you, that's one of the things, if you can get a quarterback that has the patience to take the easy stuff underneath, everything else kinds of opens up. So you're probably right with regards to bait and hook here.
Not to mention it's 4 down ball, right?
Yeah, that's true.
You need 3.34 yards of play. You do the math, right?
Do the math. It works out.
Do the math.
So 1st and 10, Buccaneers. O'Brien back to the air. A little bit of contact. Sees some space.
He's got room.
He's got huge room as he scoots down the sidelines.
That's what
just
he does.
about gets there. But it'll be a 1st down as just too much room for a quarterback of that athleticism to see and not take it.
He's been doing this all year, folks. So pocket breaks down. He's got nobody downfield. He tucks. He runs. He's bigger. He's stronger. He's faster than a lot of the people that are defending him. And he gets to the sidelines, and now they're in business. We officially in the red zone, Pete?
Yeah,
Almost
there.
Yeah, just outside.
Well, for the Rouge.
That's it. They can kick a Rouge from here if they need it.
In the red zone.
That's it.
That's why it's called the Rouge.
That's it.
1st and 10, Buccaneers, ball on the left hash. Inside the 25-yard line. O'Brien, 3 receivers to his right, 2 to his left, which is their base formation. Ace running back in the backfield. Having success in the air, so he stays with it. Quarterback
QB
keep.
Draw, yep. QB draw. Mustangs are there.
A lot of Mustangs gathered up on that play, tackled by 2 or 3 D-line, tackled by 2 or 3 linebackers. So what might have been a good idea, the Mustangs were all over.
Not fooling anybody. So, I mean, it's evident from the beginning he never looked downfield to pass. You've got Boomer in there. It looks like you've got Ben Dunstan in there. I think that's Brandon Caldwell as well. He will play both ways in big games. So
2nd down and long for the Buccaneers. They gave them basically no gain on that play. Again, 32 set with the 3 receivers to the right side of the field. O'Brien in the backfield. The quick hook and catch. He does hit it for probably a little better than 5 yards. It'll be 5 and 5 again. So it'll be 3rd down and 5 yards to go.
Yeah, and that's an important play there because although it was a hook, the guy had all kinds of room. If he had caught it on his feet, there's a chance for yards after catch, also known as yak. But this is the thing about throwing that ball low. Now you don't have any opportunity because in this league, if your knee is down, doesn't matter if you're in contact, play's over.
So we're 1:22 left in the quarter. We have an official's timeout.
And
Again,
a
hydration
water break.
is
That's
important.
That's it.
I would say on that last play that I've noticed 3 times now, out of the backfield on the 3 receiver side, the fullback just leaks out there, and there's no one on him, and he's got green to go. So that's something we might want to watch for going forward here with the Buccaneers. Could end up being a big play.
Yeah.
But Buccaneers on a good drive right now.
No, and as you know, third and 5 gives you a lot more options than 3rd and 10. So when you've got Liam O'Brien back there, it's basically be patient. If you can have a quick check down, you're good. Otherwise, if you can't contain him in the pocket, he will get you 5 yards. So it's very difficult as a Mustangs defense to both contain him from the run and also take away the 5-yard hook, right? It's a defensive nightmare when somebody drives the field. It sucks, especially in 30-degree weather with a 35 wind chill, right?
So it is 3rd down, 5 yards to go, Buccaneers. Ball is on the 19-yard line, right hash. 3 receivers to his left, the wide side of the field. 2 receivers to his right. Looks like some heat coming, uncontested. He gets away, throws the ball, and it is ping-ponged around.
Oh, that may be an interception, depending on. Oh no, they're spotting it incomplete.
Yeah, the referee comes in, but I think 5 players had a shot at that.
And the missed tackle in the backfield again, right? So early in the game, we weren't keeping our feet. You'll see the pursuit here. Good blitz. That's Ryan Cormier. That's how big that kid is. He's not easy to bring down.
Watch this last catch.
You've got to get him by the laces, and then it ends up tip drill, right? That's something you work as a defensive back, but you never know where the tip's going to go.
So Thomas Vino is in for the field goal. He'll kick that at the 25-yard line on the right hash.
And just a friendly reminder, if he does miss, it will be potentially another Rouge.
The ever-popular Rouge. Goal goes to assist.
Here we go. Looks
and
to be
it's good. So
right.
We're up 3-1 late in the first quarter. The Buccaneers over the Mustangs, and this might be the first time this year the Mustangs are actually in a trail position, something new for them.
Yeah, so it playing for the Fredericton team this year, we did have them 8-7 for a little bit in the second quarter, and last week in the semifinals they did trail for a very short period of time as well. So it's they've flirted with being down, but they're not. They don't tend to stay there. So it's like you said, Pete. There's been multiple drives on both sides, but nobody can finish. So that's the name of the game.
So 1st and 10, Mustangs, 35-yard line, left hash. Comfort in at quarterback and pistol. Looks like he's going to the air right away.
Good block by
Josh
Hicks.
McDonald.
Look at this
Hicks
block.
by a tackle. And we got another flag on the play.
Yeah, wait till you see this perfectly timed block by Josh.
So McDonald with the catch, Hicks with the block, McDonald's with the scoot.
Yeah, it's
contact out of bounds.
It's exactly how you draw it up. So wait until you see Josh at the bottom of your screen. Boom, there you go. Creates an alley. There it is. Right, hit that alley.
And do have a flag on the play.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna take
It's a veteran.
care of
Josh is someone, once he gets inside of your pads as a receiver, if you're a defensive back, you're probably not going to get off that block.
Yeah.
There's no foul in
So
the
there's
play
no
for
flag on
illegal
the play. I
interference.
think there was a little
He's out of the play.
concern whether
First
the
down.
ball carrier was out of bounds, and he wasn't. So good refereeing. They picked the flag up, and the game continues, but it's 1st and 10 for your Mustangs.
And the
on the
Mustangs
53-yard
Mustangs are now in Bucks territory.
And a quick toss outside.
They've got it.
All kinds of speed going down the field. And
That's
steps out of bounds.
It's just blocking scheme, Pete. Like you've got a crack, you've got Caldwell leaking out, 99, and you've got space and numbers. So you'll see here on the bottom of the screen. So 10 does a good job chipping. Then you release, you pull your guard, right? And they're downfield. He's got,
It's like it's like a punt return.
I would say that. I think Peter Como could have got
He
10
could have
yards.
Pete, in this
on
day and age.
On that particular play, Pete would have got 10.
1st and 10. Running off tackle left. Fogarty again.
Ducks.
Bobbing and weaving.
This
Gets
is
himself about 6 yards. He's 2nd and short.
Yeah, so that's a play that starts as, a potential no gain, but the athleticism of that kid, he's one of those people you say you can't tackle him in a phone booth. Very shifty, right? Very shifty athlete.
Well, I mean, I looked at his stats on the year, and he had 98 carries and almost 1,000 yards rushing. So
that's the 2022 MVP of this league. So kid can play.
So he takes a break. Throw it wide, way out there, just a bit higher than you wanted. But if
Scary.
it wasn't higher, it could have been a pick six. So
Aiden Marshall for the Bucks playing a tight, what looked to be a man coverage. Now we switch ends.
So it's end of the quarter, and referee Gates always in control. Just mention to the players, take your hats off and release some of that body heat. Because this is one of those games where the fourth quarter energy level is going to be very important for both teams. It's 3-1 at the end of the first quarter.
That's it. It's a baseball score, but I mean, if you're a fan at home, here we go. Go just a little sail there. But the reality is that as far as 3-1 football games go, that was exciting. That had everything you needed.
Well, it was championship football. You got some drives, but defense stood up when they had to, turn the ball over.
That's it.
So it's a matter of everyone settling in and getting down to business, which I know both teams want to do. So it is third and 5.
It was a true bend don't break situation, right? Yeah. And for those who are wondering what bend don't break means, it just means that your defense is making them work for it. When you break, you give up a touchdown. So bending is what you've seen here for both sides, where they've given up 60, 70 yards, but they don't break when they get into the red zone.
So 2nd and 5 yards, the ball on the left hash, 30-yard line. A big conversion will help the Mustangs at this point in the game, and obviously a bend don't break philosophy by the Buccaneers is what they're looking for. And they're going to run the ball with Morley. Morley gets caught in the background, but still makes something out of it. He will be short by a couple of yards for the first down, so it's going to be fourth and decision time.
What do you do, Pete?
That's
going. You're going?
If the head coach looks at me and I'm the OC, I'm already calling the play.
Pete's going. The thing is you're not. This is no man's land. It's a very difficult position to be in. So again, it's just a zone left. Really good penetration there by 51. He's been making a few plays today.
And Kearley Smith.
Yeah, Kearley Smith. He's relentless in pursuit. And Pete, they're going, man. They heard you, Pud.
They're going.
They heard you.
I got it like this.
Here we go. Danny tap.
Comfort is a good athlete, a good quarterback. He's got to get low and push. Does not get it.
I don't think he got it. Now you do have a flag, and Corey Lorette, the offensive coordinator, signaling a first down. So he likes what he saw, and Caleb Fogarty as well. So I think it's getting a little testy out there with all the first down signaling.
Well, we expected that from these two teams. They're both high octane type of people and personalities.
That's it. So interesting. Let's see the call.
Probably will be
offside.
I wonder if
Nova Scotia, the defensive line, 5-yard penalty. First down.
He said, had he not got the jump offside, a little concerning that the offensive line of the Mustangs was not able to. Yeah, nothing. Yeah. And shout out to the Bucks. We've talked about the defensive line on a couple plays. This is why inside the tackles is difficult against this team.
1st and 10 on the Buccaneers, the 22nd. Comfort and the Mustangs still in play. A little bit of confusion settling down. Running off tackle with Fogarty again, caught in the backfield, but still making his feet busy. And now does he have the wheels to run to the outside? He made something out of nothing.
Sure did.
And he gained about 4 yards.
Sure did. That's what Caleb does for you. It's one of those. It's one of those plays as a coach that you say, "Oh, we didn't do anything," but then Caleb became an athlete and. Should have been swallowed up in the backfield if you look at the replay. 1 missed tackle, 2 missed tackles, and then it's, I'm not going to catch him.
And this contained guy right in the white helmet.
Yeah.
He's the guy that kind of held the fort.
Yeah,
so
great.
2nd down, 7 yards to go.
Great play by the corner, Nick Chatter.
Morley again right through the seam. Just takes straight power at them.
That's that power.
Like he's got a first down.
That's that power runner. He's going to love him. We call him a power runner. He's going to watch this, and he's going to be like, stop calling me a power runner. You're a power runner. Embrace it, Cam Morley. Embrace it.
You're a quick power runner.
Yeah, embrace it, Cam.
Cam Morley on the carry.
Taking a look now at the potential first down. Is it a measure? Does referee Gates say we're good to go? We'll get captains from both teams to eyeball this to see what they think, what they're doing.
3rd and inches.
And this is the good thing about being on turf. Yep. The lines are true. On a natural field, you got to measure it because lines are not as straight and parallel as they
Yeah,
Could
it's
be.
not like Grass Dobson back in the day, right?
So they're going to take our first measurement of the day. So
Pete,
while
you're-
they're doing that, what do you like about the Mustangs so far?
Yeah, I think that, again, they're a team that can run the
Today's
football
50-50. We'll go
off
to our
tackle.
helping Steve Cormier
They're,
in the world.
I feel like
In
they're
February this
setting
year,
something
Steve
up.
attended the
At some
Canadian
point, they may
Powerlifting
try to find the
Championships in
Buccaneers
Vancouver,
sleeping in the back
where
end.
not only won
But this is the problem as a defensive back is that you take a play off because you're sitting there 3-4 plays in a row. They're just running and running and running. And it's very easy to get lulled, right? Dan is very good at play action. I wouldn't be surprised if we see bootleg on this drive or the very next drive. Again, it's what we talked about earlier. Time to finish. Time to get paid.
And
right?
the Buccaneers.
Yeah, so the Buccaneers have a very physical defensive line. They're coming in hot. They haven't sent the same amount of pressure that the Mustangs have. The Mustangs are manufacturing pressure. The Bucs are just getting in there. So they're obviously concerned and making sure that they don't have mismatches on the back end. When you've got Josh Hicks back there, it's extremely important that
Anytime.
you play matchups, right?
So it was the first down. So now around the 12-yard line, Mustangs are first and 10. Morley still in the
All right.
backfield. Hicks goes in to support. Morley with the run. Outside, cuts it back inside very smoothly. Gets inside the 5-yard line, 1 or 2. It'll be second and short.
And yeah, it's going to be tight, but it's going to be extreme. This is a hard position as a defense because not only do you have to stop them, you can't give up 1 yard or else now you got to start again. So, if you're the Mustangs, just hold on to the football. That's it. That's the name of the game.
So knocking on the door, the Mustangs, as we just open up the second quarter here. Comfort goes under center now. Morley still in.
Tap.
At the run, he does tap and go, gets a push from
Touchdown.
the line, and it's a touchdown Mustangs, the first major of the day.
Dan, 5-1, 40-yard dash. Don't need it there. It's just tap and go.
But on that one versus the other one, there seemed to be an offensive push.
Significant difference.
The line push was a lot
So
better.
he goes off the left side of the guard. He sees something he likes. And look, Caldwell. Caldwell's the difference there. Caldwell just straight armed a kid, and they got fallen on. And hey, it doesn't matter. It's pay dirt.
So that's 6 for the Mustangs. Ben George in for the point after. Comfort to pin it for him. There's a snap, the kick.
No signal, but it is
it's
good.
good.
Yeah.
So now it's 8-3 for the Mustangs. 12:39 here remaining in the first half.
That's it. So now we're at a very high-scoring hockey game. But I imagine with the explosion of the Bucs, they can respond. They can score points in bunches.
Well, I mean, that takes a little bit of pressure off the Mustangs in so much as they were successful in moving the ball down the field, which they have to be happy with.
Yeah.
It's important right now for the Buccaneers. They don't necessarily have to score, but they should put something together offensively,
Yep.
To stay in the flow of the game.
Yeah, it's
Still a long way to go.
If you're Moncton, it's nice to know that you can finish, right? Because you're used to scoring 35, 40 points a game. It's hard to get there 12 minutes second quarter at 8, right? You're not on the same pace that you're used to. So it is a nice confidence booster. If you're Liam O'Brien, just be you. Just be you.
Renouf back to receive. George in the kickoff. Mustangs hammers the ball. Be fielded around the 5-yard line. Over the shoulder catch, and the return is on. He's got a huge gap with any speed. He could be
Matthew
through
Renouf.
it. And he gets up the sidelines and gets tackled, but he does get to the 35-yard line. That's a good return on kickoff. It'll be 1st and 10 Buccaneers.
Solid starting field position.
It's one of those ones, I think, when you're looking at it as a coach, you see the gap there. I wonder if that's the fastest guy in my team with the ball, because that really changes, field position if he can scoot, and he certainly did.
No, that's it. And some good man-to-man blocking here. You do see some people putting bodies on bodies, and then just be an athlete.
Yeah, the cutoff. So ball on the 35, left hash, 1st and 10 Buccaneers as they try to answer from the Mustangs' first major of the day. We'll have Liam O'Brien still at quarterback and pistol. Empty backfield now. It's a 33 set, so there's no running back there.
Looks to be empty. And a motion. Oh,
And-
option.
Or lack
Ooh,
of.
trouble.
And he throws
That
it
could
away.
be grounding, Peter. I don't
Yeah.
know. That looks there. The receiver was about 7 yards away. He's bailing. Al Gates is signaling that he saw somebody, but it's in that questionable. Look, they're going to meet and talk about it.
Yeah, it's kind of a
Gray area.
Yeah, desperation by the goal. All of a sudden, you want to option one player. You don't want to option three.
All right, so they decided not to throw a flag there because the receiver ran as fast as he possibly could to be in the area.
In the zone.
Yeah.
Second and 10 after that play.
Good sign if you're the Mustangs, though, to get penetration on this kid and make him throw it.
O'Brien again, empty backfield. Probably sending a little bit of heat there by the Mustangs. They back into formation. Good rocket of a throw. That little hook is good. Caught by Luke Bazanson. And he gets himself about 9 yards.
3rd and 1, yeah.
So that's a good position for the Buccaneers to try to.
Yeah, more of the same from the Bucks. Like, don't be a hero. Take what you get. If you're gonna get 8-9 yards consistently, just keep doing that. Do it all the way up the field. The thing about the Maritime Football League, though, and the thing about consistency in the quarterback position, is it takes a special person to continue to be patient, continue to do that. Because you're out here to throw home runs.
That's right.
That's what you're here for. You want to tell everyone you threw a 40-yard touchdown, right? There.
Oh gosh.
Trouble.
From bad to worse as
Trouble.
the ball gets it back.
Will he get away?
And he doesn't get away, so
Caden
it's a super
Boomer.
sack.
Wow, nice play.
Well, the ball just went right between O'Brien's legs in the snap, like he wasn't ready for it.
But this is exactly why Caden's on this roster. Look at him at the bottom of your screen. So he sees it. He just sprints after him. He says, no, not today. Not today.
So
we go from 3rd and 1, Pete, to 4th and 9. That's a bad break for the Bucks.
And they'll be punting a little bit into the wind that we have here today.
That's execution.
Thomas Vino going back.
That's all it is. It's execution, right? It's supposed to be backyard snap, and
Yeah, he's done it 100 times his entire life.
I would argue 1,000, right?
Yeah.
That's the difference. Can't have that in championship game. Another bad snap. Almost blocked. There it is. Yeah, momentum.
Two almost to a good.
Bucks have the ball.
And no
Bucks
return.
ball.
No return on the play.
So that's clear what it was. So we have number 99 here, right? It's Brandon Caldwell. Goes in, almost gets it. Can't stop his momentum because he's a 300-pound athlete, and he accidentally runs into the kicker. But it doesn't matter. It's going to be an automatic first down for the Bucks. Big break for Nova Scotia.
Yeah, I mean, we're looking at a sequence of plays here. It's 3rd and short. Snap through the quarterback's legs.
Yeah.
Now it's 4th and 9.
Yeah.
Contacting the kicker.
Away,
That's a 10-yard
blocked.
penalty. The result will be first down.
You've got
Nova
mental
Scotia.
errors on both sides. The play before, it's advantage Mustangs, and then all of a sudden you take a penalty that, in his defense, again, 300-pound athlete, very hard to stop. But if you're not going to block it, this is what can happen. So that's an individual decision that you need to make in that moment.
So 1st and 10 Buccaneers on the right hash as they continue their drive down the field. 10:37 remaining on the clock. 8-3 for the Mustangs. Buccaneers trying to answer after their touchdown drive. Coming up throwing. He had the quick hook. Doesn't like it.
All kinds of time.
And he's still there, and the ball just goes right through his hands.
Pass is incomplete. That brings up 2nd down.
Matthew Renouf there, which seemed to be an easier catch than he made it. So he didn't.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, folks. It's actually impressive how fast and how athletic number 99 is. It's just an unfortunate thing that he hit the runner there. The
and
punter.
it happens.
The punter. No, it does.
Yeah.
It's impossible to coach that. It's impossible.
Yeah, and he would have saying, I'm blocking this,
Yeah.
so I got to go all in if I'm going to do it.
You can't tell him to go halfway, right? No, I don't blame him. It's an unfortunate thing.
2nd and 10.
It wasn't a stupid
Buccaneers running the little
They got the block
bubble.
set up. They got the block set up.
24 with speed.
Ooh, Matt Rose, nice tackle.
Matt Rose on the tackle. Brody Boudreau
Saves the first.
with the run. Thank goodness you got the sweater, not the shoulder pads.
Yeah, no kidding. So again, block set up. So both teams, man-on-man blocking has been excellent. Rose gets the tether of the jersey.
So 3rd down and 2. Ball on just their side of half for the Buccaneers.
These jerseys are a little easier to grab these days, Pete. Back when I was a water boy in 2001, we were playing with hockey jerseys out here. So
Plenty of flow there.
yeah. No single bars like when you paid, Pete.
He goes quarterback keep.
That's trouble.
Yeah.
That's trouble.
And he's still on his feet.
Yeah.
So he turns a needed 1 yard into a 6-yard gain. Buccaneers will maintain possession. Another first down ball on the Mustangs' 49-yard line.
I know I start to sound like a broken record, but when you've got 15 there, just give him the ball. Like, just give him the ball. Hope he's in condition that 30-degree weather does not wear him down too hard. But they're driving Mustangs territory.
And again, this is the possession that the Buccaneers got right after the Mustangs touchdown. So 1st and 10. Ball on the 49-yard line. O'Brien steps back, looks over the field, looking for a receiver. There's no one really working for him. He's just going to have to make it on his own. And on his own he does. He probably gets 6 or 7 yards. It'll be 2nd down and relatively short. They gave him 8.
It'll be 2nd down.
There's just a set of rules, Bobby, with regards to a receiver if the quarterback breaks down, and neither one of the Buccaneers receivers kind of helped out the quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, you're running a route, but the thing is if you have a designed run and you look like you're going to cross the line of scrimmage, then the ref's never going to call it. It's when you have these jailbreak type situations where you start blocking before the ball even comes out. As a DB, it's extremely frustrating. I yell for it all the time, but I'm loud and nobody listens to me anymore. So
it is 2nd down, 2 yards to go. Buccaneers on the 41-yard line of the Mustangs. All kinds of movement there, which is good. Over the top.
That's great coverage. That's just great. Oh, really? Okay. All right. So we have our first controversy.
Up here in the booth. But you're going to see as he goes by, you're going to see that defensive halfback.
We'll look at the replay.
Adjust his shoulder.
I'm not biased.
No,
I'm not biased.
No defensive guys aren't.
No
normally.
defensive guys aren't.
Oh,
biased.
We're not going to get the cover.
Yeah, we're
going
to get the. It's going to be late. Yeah.
Unfortunately, so that means I'm right.
The camera, the camera angle doesn't show it, but the reality.
Just as he went.
Oh, here we go. We might get a better wide look here.
As we go through the route.
Okay.
Yeah.
So basically, what happened was the free safety
Pass
came
interference.
down.
Moncton, it's a 15-yard penalty. First down.
The deep man went with it. It was, if anything, incidental. I will say it was definitely a close. Yeah, it was close. It was definitely close. Hey, they made the call. It's not our call to make. But certainly, if you're the Mustangs, you're a little bit frustrated. Hey, Bucks in business. Here we go.
1st and 10, 26-yard line of the Mustangs. O'Brien again back to throw. Throws that quick hook.
Fumble.
And recovery, so the 5-yard gain turns into back to the line of scrimmage or a loss.
And that's a couple times now, Pete. We have the ball is on the ground, and no matter how hard they try, the Mustangs cannot seem to recover the ball. So we have a big hit from the corner. It looks like, that was Ben George. That's a kicker, folks.
Yeah,
that's a kicker.
That's an old school kicker.
You can't be a kicker and a punter all day, every day, and then go and play corner at the AUS level and expect anyone to call you a corner. You are good, Ben, but
you're a kicker.
You kick. You're still a kicker.
So second,
great
down
play.
14 yards to go.
Great play, Ben.
O'Brien still back. There's that little leak by the fullback. He looks, puts it in. 3 receivers, and no one decided to catch it.
2 open, no catch. There was number 11 and 13. It's clear the communication between those two. They're not sure who's getting the ball here. And that's why you can see one crossing and the other one, and they're confused, right? So Jordan Kierstead and Matthew Reniff got to figure that part out. Some type of a mesh look of some kind.
Well, they have 3 receivers that in that proximity. There's something wonky happening.
And if you're Liam, you can help your guys out by pointing before you throw, right?
So 3rd down, 14 yards to go. 6:50 remaining in the half. Neem goes
wide
over the
open.
top. Wide open. Renouf's there.
Good close, though. Oh,
and
touchdown.
the touchdown.
Yep,
that's
there it
the
is.
pass and catch.
Yep.
So the Buccaneers answer the Mustangs touchdown with a touchdown on their own.
Yep.
With a 30-yard pass and
bird's
catch.
eye view. Look at the teardrop. So this is just a seam. It's just a go route. Cover 3 from the corner, down bottom. You have Matthew LeBlanc, who's supposed to have the cover 3. He does close. I will give him credit. He does a great close at the end. He looks like he's going to make the play, and good throw beats a good coverage every time.
And a great catch.
Yeah,
I mean, it was
wonderful.
Yeah,
he was there early, and then he wasn't, and the kid made a play. So nice ball by Liam O'Brien.
Vino in for the point after by the Buccaneers.
Bucks take the lead.
And it is good. So now we're 10-8 for the Buccaneers. 6:43 remaining in the first half, and this is shaping up to be the contest we thought it would be.
What a great start, right? If you're a football fan, this is exactly what you want, right? 10-8, back and forth, right? Couple lead changes. Nobody is coming out dominant. This is why these two teams are here, and I fully expect it to be this close come fourth quarter.
So we are at the 21st MFL Maritime Bowl Championship. Peter Como, Bob McIntyre here providing a commentary. And as Bob mentioned, he said, Halifax comes with a strong resume of players, and if they're able to translate those players into a game plan strategy, the Mustangs are going to have their hands full this afternoon.
Yeah, I was able to get a little bit of a players to watch from the coaching staff of the Bucs, and they were saying, like we've been talking about Liam all game, but on defense, there's a couple people that are St. FX AUS athletes. That's a tough break there if you're the Mustangs.
Yeah, they're going to get
touch
the ball
it
in their own
if you
4-yard line.
as soon as you touch it, that's just a mental error right there. If you don't touch it, it goes out of bounds. Much better off. But yeah, in talking to the Bucs pregame, they were giving a shout out to Jace McDonald, their defensive back. Right, he was on the last year's team that went through a lot of adversity. And there's just been a significant change in their locker room, is what they were telling me. So, they call it buck enough. That was what they were saying. Are you buck enough? And I liked that, right? It's a good mantra.
Well, they're definitely playing championship football here today in the home of the Mustangs, the perennial league champion. Back to the ground. Flag on the play.
Likely a hold.
Flag down on the play.
And it is a hold. Preliminary is a hold against the Mustangs. The gain was probably 4 yards or so as the Buccaneers defense start to put up a little bit of a wall here for the Mustangs. When the quarterback's got his heels on the goal line, it's kind of hard to come up with a comfortable play selection that
Holding.
You can execute.
Moncton, half the distance to the goal line. Repeat, first down.
Here's the good news about half the distance. It's a yard.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna hold, now's the time.
Now's the
right?
time.
Now's the time.
Yeah. Again, back to the run. Caleb goes through the hole. There's a bit of a seam there, but basically gets back to the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
So now it's going to be second down and just under 10 yards to go. Ball spotted around.
It's that.
their
Look
own
at it.
5.
It's that Bucs D line. Look at the penetration. Look at the hands by 65. We've got 44 coming in there. Dexter Sargent. It's an aggressive Bucs defense.
So second and just under 9 yards for the Mustangs, deep in their own zone. Just coming off a Buccaneers touchdown, and they answered a Mustangs touchdown.
Looks like early movement there.
Well, it's one of those ones where
That's a
the H back.
Yeah, we call that the Caldwell.
Yeah. He can move.
Yeah.
But where you're looking at him, you assume he's an old lineman. He moves, I move, and then I get a penalty.
He does this to everybody, so it's extremely frustrating if you're playing defense. But he's allowed to do it, and
Offside. Moncton, 5-yard penalty. Repeat, second down.
It's very frustrating for the defense because they have a tendency to think it's an Academy Award performance because he's trying to draw you offside. But hey,
and he is.
That's on you. That's on you.
So second down, 4 yards to go. Ball just outside the Mustangs' 11-yard line, trying to make something deep on their own end zone. Morley keeps it low, drives forward. We'll see where the spot is. It would seem that he could have got the first down, but no, I guess he is a bit short right now, so it'll be third down and the old inches to go.
Yeah.
And in Canadian football, no, they're giving them the first down, which is good on them. Mustangs get over the first hurdle of getting out of their zone. Now they're on the 14-yard line. A little more breathing room for the offensive coordinator, Corey Lorette, to try and get some rhythm back in his offense. Open up.
You've got a little bit of breathing room here now, and you got 5 minutes to go, which is plenty of time in Canadian football.
There's the throw.
That's trouble.
Oh. It could have been a pick six.
Yeah, so that's the middle linebacker, Drew Packman. So the scouting report on him from the coach, you'll see here, he almost picks this. He just Got to go with two hands.
Wow.
But the reality is he's described, he's played like a cheetah who has been food deprived. that was a quote. So and he looks the part too. He's jacked.
All football.
He's jacked. Yeah, number 55.
2nd and 10 Mustangs. Ball on their own 14-yard line. They're going to run off tackle right.
Big hole.
All kinds of room there. Struggles through. He's easily got the first down. So the Mustangs will again move the sticks. It'll be 1st and 10. Ball now on the 25-yard line.
Yeah,
and,
you're going behind your beef, right? I mean, between Jamie Ward, right, Seb Charette, and Colby Beliveau, you've probably got 1,000 pounds right there. So why not?
And so they started on the 2-yard line. Now they're 1st and 10 on their 26 as they start to move down the field. 4:07 remaining in the half. Not necessarily a concern right now, but it will be if they continually just run the ball down the field with timeouts. There's Fogarty dancing along. He gives himself a quick 5 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, there's no sense of urgency here. It's don't let the Bucs have the ball back, right? Don't let the Bucs have the ball back. I believe it was the Bucs who started the game, Pete. I believe they started with the ball.
Yes.
Yeah. So therefore, you're going into halftime. You know you're going to receive. So it's milk the clock, and see if you can come away with the lead at the halftime, whether it's 3 or 7. Can't be a Rouge this time.
Got to go for it. 2nd and 6 Mustangs. Back to the ground. Fogarty trying to create space. He does. It'll be close. Preliminary, it looks like he could have the first down. We'll see where the referee spots the ball. And the other thing, too, did give him the first down, 1st and 10. Mustangs moving the ball on the ground.
And that's the thing. When you've got a kid who's been in camp with St. FX, playing behind literally by far Malcolm Bussey, the best running back in that AUS, by far, to be his backup, like Caleb would start on any other AUS team, in my opinion.
Ball goes to the air, and he goes over the top, wide open, and the
There it
catch and
is.
run. Does he have the legs to get there? No, but he gets inside the 20, and that's a big change of
There we
field
go.
position.
That is John Terrio. That is the better number 6 from what I've been told. So a little story. So that used to be my number the last few years, and I said, so he's not fat, old, and slow. Nope. He's none of those things. You can see it by the tape, and look at that. Just see him go, right? Also, another fun fact. He reads half a novel before bed. He's a very studious. His parents love him very much. And he cleaned the bus on the last road trip without being asked.
Of course he did.
Cleaned the bus without being asked. So I would do none of those things, folks. So thank you for wearing my number proudly, John Terrio.
Carrying it on.
Yeah. It's no longer my number. It's John T's now. Yeah.
So the Mustangs come up with a huge turnaround on field position. They're now 1st and 10 on the 20-yard line, 2:44 left, which is a lifetime in Canadian football.
And shout out to Dan Comfort. He put that one on a rope. He caught him in full stride. That was absolutely textbook.
It was the old pitch and catch at the beach.
Yes, sir. That's right. Parley
Beach.
We got to get that back going, Pete. we gotta talk to
doing
somebody.
A Masters. They should call it "If You Think You Still Can Touch Football" tournament.
That's it. Yeah. Oh yeah. No, it's it's funny to see. There's always one guy who's way past his prime that gets sunstroke. Always one. Yeah.
1st and 10 Mustangs, right hash. Comfort. Fogarty looking for room, still creating space.
Man.
One of his assets is he's not the biggest guy to see in a crowd there,
but he's just patient.
Yeah.
He doesn't need, because he can cut on a dime. He doesn't need to wait. Like, look how patient he is on this run. So don't have it. Okay, see it, go.
Yeah.
There it is.
5 yards.
And literally the 3 to 4 yards was all him. If that was any other back that doesn't have that side to side dexterity, they don't get that. So now we got our power back in there, Cam Morley.
And he gets it. There's a seam. Cam's a pretty good slice runner as well.
So
he takes some green and goes. 3rd and about 2.
Yeah, 3rd and
about
a 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, short 1. And don't get me wrong, folks. This kid is fast. He's upper body big. So therefore, he's able to put his shoulder down, and he's not fun to tackle. Acadia player.
2 minutes left
Back in the day.
in the
Shout
first
out
half.
Axman. Dan Comfort, tap, tap.
Same spot, same results. First down Mustangs,
Yep.
6-yard line.
That's it. Hey, and now, Pete, now the clock becomes a big thing, right? So a lot of coaches make this mistake. So you've got the clock, you got a flag on the play, so it depends on the result of that. But the reality is you've got 20 seconds in football, and now you're, potentially first down, depending on the call here. Yeah, okay.
Offside.
So
Nova Scotia, 5-yard penalty. First down.
So the key is you've got to score, but if you score too quickly, you've given Liam O'Brien a chance to get the football back. So if you're Dan or you're the Mustangs, you run 20 seconds off the clock as much as possible because you know either way you're going to score or something good's going to happen, right?
Yeah.
So just be patient.
Morley still in at the running back spot. Buccaneers defense just jamming up the box, but that's not going to be good enough.
That's actually going to work out great,
Yeah.
like I said, with the clock. So the thing is
short.
And now you've got second down and goal, and you can take 20 seconds off the clock.
So the math is working out for the Mustangs.
Good touchdown saving tackle there. Yeah.
They answer the Buccaneers score and start on their 2-yard line and just sustain the drive.
Tap, tap, coach. Tap, tap.
Well, I'm
tap,
thinking,
tap. Here it is.
I'm thinking it's and he'll go to his right this time.
Oh, I don't know. That's close. Yeah. It's going to be very close. A visual down the line, they're not going to give it to him.
Yeah.
And
bit high.
That's hey. Of course, I say all of that. They don't milk the clock. They then don't score. Now it's third, and now you're really questioning what you're doing.
Well, I think
it could be the Bucs might have called a timeout.
Caldwell's coming back into the game. He wasn't in on that play.
Yeah.
And he is the difference maker if Comfort goes to his left.
This is the jumbo package potentially here, folks.
And we have a timeout now
to
the Mustangs.
Okay.
So 1:29 left.
So you do nothing, you do none of the things I say. That's okay. That's why I'm not the coach. That's why I'm up here in the booth pretending to know what I'm talking about.
Yes, but it's like, Bobby, it's not like you're wrong.
No.
You're just not as right as you could be.
Exactly. That's it. Yeah. So the reality is that we've got, if you're going to call that timeout, you take 10, 15 seconds off the clock. So you usually have an emotional support coach on the sidelines who allows the head coach or the OC to kind of, take a deep breath and make rational decisions. So,
well, I mean, I don't want to say it's a no-brainer, but, Comfort going to his left on the quarterback keep to Caldwell's side, there's room.
Yeah.
Right?
No, for sure.
And you've got
a former Acadia All-Star in Sims as your left tackle. So, Sims, Kinsman. Sorry, Greg. Yeah. He'll hate that I call him Sims.
So here we are. It is goal to go. Third down, Mustangs. And they give the ball to Morley.
There it is.
He gets through.
He fumbled
the ball.
Come on.
The ball's still alive in the end zone.
Still loose.
Well, of all the things we talked about, Bobby, that wasn't one of them. And that's odd for Cam Morley.
That's literally the only thing you can't do. And the fact, here's the other thing. Let's see the replay. Let's see. Did he break the goal line? Because that could end up being big points. So he's there. Oh, the ball. You and I don't have the angle, but he was across the goal line. He thinks he scored, but nobody else does. So therefore, he said, "I'm scored," and then I fumbled.
Yeah.
But the clear indication is that look at them. They're huddling. I think that's going to be dangerously close to him scoring, and then he fumbled.
But then just explain again. What does it take to score in a football game?
You only need to cross the very front of the goal line. So the angle on the video is very difficult to see, but if even the nose of the football crosses the front of the goal line, it's a touchdown. And Cam clearly thinks he scored there. We don't have the vantage point. The refs are there, and they clearly have the vantage point.
And
that's momentum.
The phrase right now is not enough information on the field to overturn the play, so it goes to the fumble recovery. So all the math we did with regards to the scores and everything,
and we don't have the luxury of challenges in this league. So what we do know is that it was a very close to scoring. What we don't know is if the ball was out immediately. At the end of the day, we have to trust the officials to make the call, and that's the call they made. So there we go. We move on. Yeah.
So 1st and 10 Buccaneers after a huge turnover with 1:19 left in the half.
Massive points.
So it gives one team a lift, and it kind of slows the other team down. He rifles the ball and almost tip-picked. So apparently the defense still on top of their game as they come up
Yeah,
with a good play.
great play by Ryan Cormier. So Ryan Cormier's sitting here in the hook to curl zone. He just gets his hand, gets a big mid on the ball, does the nice little incomplete signal. Love the confidence in the kid. Shout out Detroit Lions.
Second down now, Buccaneers on their 20-yard line.
So,
1:15.
again, so you've got a single high safety as the defense. You've got a minute and 15 to go. You better hope that they don't attack your seams right now. He's got time. Picked. Big play.
Wow.
This is huge. Is he going to house it? No. There it is. Hey, Pete, this is why football's so fun.
Yeah.
This is why it's so fun. You've almost scored, right? Look, he throws it right to him. He sees him. He tries to throw it behind the guy.
What a pick.
Yeah, that kid's about 6'2", I'd say. Josh Armstrong played at the University of New Brunswick for the Red Bombers. And, when you're 6'2", 6'3", you got to throw a little higher, right?
And then the targeted receiver is still on the turf,
Yeah.
as I think he either rolled his ankle or twisted something, but he went down fairly quickly after the pick. And now we're back, Bob, 1:06 left. We're back to your math again.
This is it.
There's no violation on the play. The official lost his flag out of his pocket. We have first down, Moncton.
Oh, the explanation, eh?
First and 10, Mustangs, ball on the Buccaneers, 15-yard line.
Yeah, so, hey, this is why football's fun. So we now have an opportunity, if you're the Moncton Mustangs, to go into halftime with a score and what we call the momentum. So, Pete, what do you think? People believe in momentum. Some people don't. What's your take?
No, I think it really helps because if you got everyone on the same confidence page, it really helps their jump, their commitment to their assignment. Like, we're on a roll. I'm going to do this, and so there is a little bit of that. And right now, in the last 30 seconds, has been a total roller coaster of who had it, who doesn't, who's got it back, and all this stuff. But
that's it. So momentum is supposed to be a physics term. I don't pretend to be that bright, but
Scotia, it's a 5-yard penalty. Team United say a co-op.
Yeah, so momentum's a physics term, but to me it's the emotion. When you play this game and you have a turnover in your own end, it absolutely takes the wind out of your sails, and it takes you a play or two. Now they're calling timeout. It takes a play or two to actually stop and think, what just happened, right? Like, you're trying to get your head around you. Yeah. And then if you're the coach on the other side, you were excited to move the ball in the opposite direction, and now all of a sudden you got to run out there as a defense and stop the best offense in the league.
Yeah.
It's not an easy ask. So, and if you're the Mustangs, you've got to finish.
Wow.
Period.
Yeah, I mean, you weren't even knocking on the door. You were standing on the threshold.
The door was open.
Yeah.
You walked through the door, and the door hit you.
You could see the pie on the kitchen table.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's
they
it.
just didn't quite get there. But
no.
Another chance, a minute, 2 left. Ball is on the 10-yard line. That was an offside penalty, so it's first down repeated with 5 yards to go. And realistically, from a Mustangs offensive point of view, they still got their open playbook.
Yeah.
I mean, they can play action passes.
Exactly.
They can run it off tackle.
Time is their friend here. Yeah. They do not have anything to worry about. The thing is there's 2 jump ball receivers on the offense. You've got 10 Josh McDonald and you've got 10 Josh Hicks. So you've got Josh squared if you just want to throw it up. Yeah. You do have a height advantage, as you can see over here on the right side, especially on that short side of the field. So let's see if that's what they do.
And it looks like they're going back.
Looks like that's what it is.
Yeah.
Oh, I called the play, but the execution wasn't there.
It looked like it was kind of a sit-go.
Yeah, he got off the press. He got off the press.
That lineman still up on the field. So now we're second down at 5 yards to goal. Ball still on the 10-yard line. Still plenty of opportunity for the Mustangs and plenty of opportunity for the Buccaneers to do what they've done so well today, come up with key defensive plays when they really needed it. So that was that was
a close fade. Now we're running the football. It's got a little bit of room.
Gets about 5 yards, so he should have the first, and that'll start everything over again. We're
Yeah,
just under 53 seconds.
And now, you know, 30 seconds inside your own 5-yard line. Again, I don't know if this is going to happen, but if it's me, it's run 20 seconds off, call timeout, and now leave them with absolutely no time.
left on the clock.
So it looks like there's stopping play.
Buccaneer took a knee out there, one of their interior defensive linemen.
And
so that'll stop the clock. Comfort should kind of get in Corey Lorette's world to see what the Mustangs want to do at this point of the game. Again, this is not going to win or lose the game at this stage of it, but every point is going to come in to be important at the later part of the fourth quarter.
Well, and we've all been in locker rooms at halftime. I've been a part of some happy locker rooms. I've been a part of some very sad locker rooms. And for this team especially, they're not, like you said, they're not used to being behind. So the difference between yelling at each other at halftime or having that awkward silence where the coach has to bring you out of your shell, and hey, we got this, fellas, is a touchdown. So it's, hey, we've got this. Let's go. Killer instinct.
So here we go. It's first goal to go, ball on the 5-yard line. Comfort still in pistol.
Many options, all kinds of time. Throwing it.
Needs help.
Run, Dan.
Needs help.
Oh, good play.
And
great
incomplete.
play. That's great coverage. So you've got between Nick Chatter, right?
Yeah.
And we're calling this kid's name Aiden Marshall. We're calling his name a lot. He's making plays. So Danny might have had some running room here, but he's not convinced. Good coverage by 80. He didn't put his hands up. The ball was there. Nothing wrong with that. Just good coverage. Good play, Nick.
So second down, 5 yards to go. Ball goes back on the ground to Fogarty. He's going in there.
The way this game is going, he didn't score.
No.
There's no way.
No.
that would be too easy. We've got to have a close call here.
It'll be third down.
So third down ball, pretty much at the 1-yard line.
Yep. So again, zone left.
Cam Morley's back in the backfield again, but
that's 91 Morgan Ray, doing everything he possibly can to prevent that. Another St. of X kid. Dan Comfort, touchdown this time, Pete.
Well, we're looking for it. And there's the
there
touchdown
it is.
signal.
Yeah. All right.
Cam Morley was confirming.
Wow. What a shift between the two sides.
There's still unstacking bodies down there.
Yeah. Hey, that's 2 for 2. Dan Comfort, 1-yard runs, both touchdowns today is the difference, folks.
So 25 seconds left to go in the half, which Bobby says is an advantage, as it's not going to give the Buccaneers a lot of time to answer.
Especially when they start the ball with the ball.
Mustangs will have the ball at the start of the second half. So for the most part, Bob, it is, as you mentioned, it was going to be a battle all the way. Halifax deceptively good. Maybe they didn't show it through the regular season, but they definitely came to play today.
They did last week. I mean, they soundly beat St. John Wanderers team that on the road, right? So this is a number 3 seed that went into St. John and handled business, right? So in this league, it takes space. You've got 4-down ball, and you've got number 15, who is arguably, we'll say, one of the best players in this league, and he is able to you're never out of it, right? So when you have that belief in that quarterback position, you're good to go. And then on the other side, shout out to Dan Comfort for 2 sneaks, finally getting that in. Believe it or not, Pete, I actually scored on a QB sneak this year because I was forced into the game because our starter got hurt the play before, and it's not as easy as it looks.
No.
There's a lot of beef in there. So when you're when you're my size, it's a sneak. When you're Dan's size or you're Liam O'Brien's size, it's less of a sneak.
Yeah.
They kind of see it coming.
You really
right?
have to sneak.
Yeah, I have to sneak. Yeah.
You got to make it like no one believes you have the ball.
That's it. Yeah. And they don't because I'm old.
So George kicking off for the Mustangs. Puts it on the ground,
smart
trying
decision.
to get it up back.
Very smart decision.
And now we're just going to get a collision.
Yes, we are.
And we did.
That poor game.
Train on track.
Is that 2-7, is it?
Yeah.
2-7. All right.
Train on track, goat on track, train wins.
Shout out to Vince Macias on taking the hurt, taking the pain from Kyle Dickens. That is a D-line O-lineman, folks. Running with reckless abandon.
He didn't anticipate anything shifty happening.
No, this is ankle biting at its finest. Just get the shoestrings together and tie them.
20 seconds left here in the first half. Buccaneers, 1st and 10 on their own 40.
20 seconds. So, a limited playbook. If you're going to go up top, you got 2 safety look. If you're going to do it, you got to get a big play now. Here it is.
The ball's in the air.
It's going for it.
Down the seam.
Got it. Oh, great play.
Yeah.
Chris Brown, veteran, wily vet. So, young secondary we mentioned at the top, but Chris Brown is not the only one who is not fresh out of high school or 2 or 3 years out of high school. Chris is known for his athleticism, and he's played a lot of flag football and at a very high level. But he's not just a flag player, folks. Not bad for a flag player. They'll appreciate that.
He makes the play.
Yeah.
So now 2nd and 10, 16 seconds remaining in the half. O'Brien still in pistol. 3 receivers wide to his right, 2 to his left. Comes up throwing. Little bit of time. In trouble. Gets out of it.
Boomer.
Gets out of it. He's got time. There's the ball in the air to a receiver working his way back. And it's no catch as it was made out of bounds.
Incomplete.
So it'll be 3rd down and 10.
So that's Matt LeBlanc. So from speaking to the Mustangs pregame, this is one of their most improved players on the corner. So he was originally a halfback last year, and Matt LeBlanc has been absolutely vicious as a corner on the opposite side of the field. Great play there, Matt.
So
now it's 6 seconds, and now it's 3rd and 10. You've got a decision to make. Do you just kneel it out? I think you just kneel it out.
Well, I think they're not.
Okay. All right.
He's going to gun.
All right.
In pistol. 3 receivers again to his right.
I think he's not either.
Yeah.
There you go. You run it. Okay.
Yeah.
It's the equivalent.
Same idea.
It's the running knee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The running knee.
The running knee.
And it gets down to just under 2
Yeah.
seconds left.
Question
to go in
is,
the
do
half.
the Mustangs have the ability to call timeout and get a punt return? Because you never know, right? That's
It
the
all adds
question.
up.
Either way, it's Canadian football. They're going to have to kick the next, make the next play, because 0 in Canadian football, folks, is not like the NFL. The game does not end. There's one last play. So Mustangs will have a chance. The question is, if you're smart and you're the Bucks, you just run around for 1 second and you knee it. If they punt it, that is something that is not well recommended at this stage. But hey, I've seen some things.
Crazier things have happened.
And Liam O'Brien remains in the game, so it's just get me to halftime.
And
they may take a shot here too.
Mustangs with 6 deep.
This
across
is
the
it.
field.
It's cover 8.
Yeah.
Okay. Big opportunity for an interception if he steps up. Broken play. He's got all kinds of time. He's going to run. Okay, he's just going to run it out.
And he steps out of bounds in the half. So
all right.
At halftime, Mustangs 15-10. Not probably the score I think the pundits would have been going for, but credit to the Buccaneers. They're doing the job to stay in the game, and we still have a half of football left to go. So good for them.
Yeah, so I would say I had a good friend of mine before the game ask me, what do you think? I said if we were, we're in Vegas, it would probably be Mustangs by a touchdown. The reality is they're up 5 right now. And the thing is -7 is
Timer,
not.
please stop the clock. Timer, please stop the clock.
-7, favored by 7 is not, it's not last year's Mustangs team, which was favored by 28, right? So this has been a great first half, folks.
So stay with us. The second half coming up in about 15 minutes or so. Thanks for spending time here with Rogers. And there was jumping all over. We got procedure call by the Mustang players. We've got offside call by the Buccaneers player. And then there's a late flag thrown by head referee Al Gates. So there's going to be a lot of chin wagging and conversation here as we try and figure out exactly what the penalty is. They're going to go, first penalty is against the Mustangs. That would have been offside.
On the defense, 5-yard
Automatic
penalty.
first down.
First down.
Yeah, so again, folks, while they sort out the video, the tech crew is aware. They're going to sort out the video. We'll do our absolute best to give you the best description possible. Ball's on the 43-yard line in the Mustangs' end.
Yes, right hash, 1st and 10 Buccaneers. 3 receivers to O'Brien's left, 2 to his right, 1 running back in the backfield. O'Brien in pistol situation. Looking over the field, ball is snapped, going to the air on that little hook route, just missing his receiver, Mitch Tufts.
Yep, that's backup quarterback Mitch Tufts, Acadia player, AUS quarterback. So they kind of have a. I'm surprised they haven't actually tried it yet, where they put him in the backfield at quarterback and they just let Liam O'Brien run. You never know. There may be a trick play in their pocket. If I'm them, I pull it all the stops. Championship Saturday, right?
How many times here there's no tomorrow?
That's it. My understanding is we are back online. So, folks, apologies for the technical difficulties. Thanks for being patient.
2nd and 10, and welcome back, Buccaneers. On the Mustang side of the field, O'Brien in the pistol. The quick hook works. We have flags on the play. A 7-yard catch turns into a 4-yard gain as the receiver worked his way back. Normally in that position, you probably have a hold against the offense. And they're going to decline it. Still some discussion here.
Yes, sir.
So we're looking at it now, but it was a completed pass, a flag that
Holding
against the
on the
Buccaneers.
offense, 10-yard
They're
penalty.
going to move him back.
Repeat, 2nd down.
So there'll be 2nd down over again, and we're looking at,
against the Buccaneers.
I guess, about 15, 20 yards, I guess, for a 1st down. That crosses, well, it gets nearly back to the half on the right hash again. So
what we call this is what not to do when you're down 12, right? You can't get yourself in 2nd and 20. So now it makes for a lot of work.
So O'Brien taking a look at the defense to see Mustangs don't really adjust to the trips. Wide throw to the outside.
Beauty break, though. Great break. That's Matt LeBlanc.
Yeah, caught the ball, and then he caught the Mustangs player. It's a gain of about 12, but not enough.
If you look at O'Brien here, basically anytime you have a deep cover 3, which just means that your corners drop deep, number 30 dropped into a deep zone. So what you're going to give up is you're going to give that wide hook up. So this guy just threw it like 5-7 yards maybe and gained exactly that because the corner came up very aggressively and made a really nice stick. So
3rd down, 13 yards to go. Ball on the 51-yard line. O'Brien back to pass, sits in the pocket, looking,
so in the
kind of
corner,
airmails it to nobody, and off the turf. So it'll become 4th and long and forcing a turnover.
Yeah, so we're in no man's land again, right? So it looks like the punt team is going to come in. If we do get a replay, you have basically down low, you've got 2 slant ends, and then you're running a corner over top from the 3 receiver side. Just a miscommunication there. Great coverage. When you're a defensive back and you got 3rd and 13, you can keep people in front of you a lot easier than 3rd and 3. So good stop by the Moncton Mustangs.
Vino back again to punt for the Buccaneers.
Vino makes me think of Terry Vino.
Terry Vino.
Shout out to Terry Vino.
The Bishop Gators.
He's here today. I just saw him. I was talking to him at halftime.
Hasn't been a lot of punts in this game. Enough happening. Great kick there. He goes right to the sidelines.
No, they turned it over in different ways.
Yeah.
Turnover on downs, fumbles, interception.
So the ball is a great placement, a great kick out of bounds. It's going to be 1st and 10 Mustangs on their own 12-yard line. As we continue through the second half, 22-10 for the Mustangs. Just about 9 minutes left to go here in the 3rd quarter. All kinds of action left on the field. Again, it's championship football. Yeah. Everyone vying for the McIntyre Cup.
Yeah.
Bobby, how far back does your dad go in this league?
Too long. Terry Mack, he just turned 70 years old in May. Named after because this is a guy who has given his literally last 20 years to this league. Started the league, restarted the league. There's a lot of history around this league. They actually used to play a long time ago. right? For the Birchill Cup, I want to say 60s and 70s. Then there was nowhere for adults to play. So there's two core goals of this league. It's to develop talent and let old guys play. Why not? Because there's nowhere else to play after 24, right? Except this league.
Comfort with the quick throw out, catch. It'll be a short catch. It'll bring up third down and about 4 yards to go. No, Terry has been walking the sidelines with that Tilly hat for a long time.
Yes, he has.
And he's here today.
Everybody recognizes Terry Mack based off of his Tilly hat. He's talking currently to the current commissioner, Jamie Edwards. Been around a long time. Fredericton guy, Bishop's guy as well. He knows Terry Vino, actually. So shout out to Bishop's connections.
Here's that toss.
The blocks are set up again.
Oh, well, Morley.
We fell.
A little bit of a slip on a cutback,
got
but
the
had
first,
room.
though. All you need is the first. Yep. Move the chains.
So he keeps the drive alive
that
for the Mustangs.
That weak toss has been working today. So you saw Caldwell. As soon as it's one-on-one and Caldwell's got you one-on-one, unlikely that you're going to make the tackle. The only way to knife, you have to knife behind Caldwell. And for a big guy, he plays a lot of rugby. That boy can move.
Yeah, as they say, has great feet. Same play, same hook, same catch.
Geez, Pete, I don't know. Am I watching the Mustangs or am I watching the Bucks? Because they're going all hooks again, right?
Take what they give you.
That's it.
Keep the ball and keep the clock running.
Yeah. So Josh McDonald, the baseball player with the Houdini catch last week against the Heat.
You get the feeling we could be doing a stop-go here. There's a run-off tackle. Fogarty in the mix. He gets a couple of yards, but he's still short to bring up third down and about 1.5. Actually, it's about 1 yard to go, which is good, which is manageable with this offense.
Yeah.
Clock still running, 22-10 for the Mustangs here at Rocky Stone Field. Brought to you by Rogers this afternoon. Hopefully you're enjoying the broadcast.
And that was Drew Packman, right? The cheetah, Drew Packman. Here he is going after the QB sneak.
I mean, if I'm the quarterback, the thing I'm doing first on a quarterback sneak is where is Brandon Caldwell? And wherever he goes, I go.
That's it. Yeah. It's a simple game, and I just saw something I rarely ever see, so I have to mention it. I saw Dan Comfort with a little bit of swagger.
Emotion.
I've never actually said the words Dan Comfort and swagger in a sentence, but my God, he had some swagger on that first down. Dan is fired up.
So 1st and 10, 35-yard line for the Mustangs. Left hash. Comfort runs that short toss.
Look at the move.
Just dancing
Space.
upfield. And he's going to scamper out of bounds to stay alive. Fogarty with a quick 12 yards. Another first down for the Mustangs.
Watch this replay, folks. If you're number 3, your ankles are hurting. This is what's going to happen. And it's see ya.
Yeah.
Right? I know that because I used to practice against this kid. And this is him trying. In practice, he didn't even try. Right? So it's just, it's the phone booth. Can't tackle him in a phone booth.
1st and 10, Mustangs. Left hash, Comfort, pistol situation. One back, H-back. Comfort's going to throw the ball now. Looks for the quick throw. Great pitch and catch there by Josh McDonald from Comfort. Another first down. Mustangs are back to Mustangs roll.
Strong hands, right? So not only does Dan make a great throw and put it right on him, but Josh McDonald has strong hands. And what I mean by that is it's like it sticks to his body. Boom. Just sucks it right up. Great catch, great pitch. First down, Mustangs.
1st and 10, Mustangs now with a sustained drive as they cross center field now in the Buccaneers end of the land. They're running that stretch zone. Fogarty again rips off a quick 5 or 6 yards. It'll be second down at about 5 for the Mustangs. And now it's mid-third quarter clock management.
Yep, and we're into Bucks territory. So the Moncton team had a very good variety on this drive, a mix of run and pass. So not like their previous drives where it would just run. They're mixing it up, and they're keeping the defense honest. So if you're the Bucks, the hard part is there's no real tendencies to play off of at this point. So you're just guessing.
You're just hoping you make the right call.
Just guessing.
So second and about 5 yards. Again, the same plays before, this time with Cam Morley in the backfield. He gets picked up about 2 yards into the defensive backfield for the Buccaneers. It'll be third down and about 3.
Very interesting, Pete. under center run. This is 1990s, early 2000s football, right? This is, you're watching all the NFL games from the 80s and 90s where they're always under center. Everything's pistol now, right? So to see Dan under center, you think it's a QB sneak, but then you're like, it's 2nd and 5. He's handing the ball off?
And
What?
he's going
Nobody
again.
does that.
He's up under the center again,
Yeah.
running that QB sneak. The big push.
Oh,
Still
let's
on
see
his
if we
feet.
get some swagger, Dan. There's swagger, Dan. Look at swagger, Dan.
1st and 10 Mustangs.
Swagger, Dan. We love you.
First down for the Mustangs.
There we go.
And now the last
Let's
time.
see if we can get that trending. Swagger, Dan.
The last time the Mustangs were here, they went jab, 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 knockout punch to
Yeah.
Josh over the top.
I love the just gentle finger roll, like he's bowling. I bet you Dan would be a good bowler. He's just smart. He probably knows how the pins fall. He'd do a calculation on the math, It's one of those guys.
1st and 10 Mustangs. Back to the air
Deep
on the
pass.
corner. Ball just kind of did not get out of his hand cleanly. And incomplete pass in 2nd and 10.
Looking for skinny athletic number 6, John Terrio.
Defensive had great position on that play,
Yeah.
so it would have been an extraordinary throw to thread the needle there.
For sure. Looks like they were either in a man or it would have been a halfback drop. Could have been a cut coverage. But yeah, to your point, great coverage.
2nd and 10 Mustangs. Ball on the 32.
That's Hayden Murray on the stop.
Let's go back to what we do. Again, Bucks are now playing super tough on the run. Short yardage there. It's going to be 3rd down and long now.
Easy Rouge territory for the big leg. So
Always a fan favorite. And it just runs right into
Morley on the carry.
right into a wall of white.
all right. This is interesting. 3rd and 7. You're in no man's land. It's a very long field goal, so depends on the result here.
And play action.
Bootleg.
Wide open. Throwing way over the top. Ball kind of.
Oh, tough ball.
Yeah. The ball
Yeah.
just got away from him. Once it loses its spiral, it get caught up in the wind, and it's
Yeah.
anyone's game.
Dan wants that one back. So
a great fake.
I will tell you that Dan has been precision today. He's been excellent today. That was probably his first real bad throw that got away from him. Like just one that he really wanted back.
So we're going to go with about a 37-yard field goal.
Yeah, interesting
in
call.
windy situation, but there's no question Ben George does have the leg for this.
Yeah, I'm not worried about the legs so much as the coverage, right? So we saw this last week. It got called back because of a holding, but 45-yard missed field goal went to the house against the Heat last week. So watch the coverage team.
He's got the leg. He's got the distance.
Doesn't
and
matter
he's
if it's
got the
good.
field goal.
Doesn't matter if it's good. Great kick, man.
And Georgia's kick is good.
So 25-10. So that's 2 converted touchdowns for the Buccaneers to get back in the action. We're in 2:12 left in the 3rd quarter, and the Mustangs with another sustained drive. More importantly, can put points up on the board to get some more breathing room between them and the Buccaneers. And it'll be interesting to see what the Bucks come up with now, as they really got to maybe squeeze the ball a little more and get down the field.
Yeah, so we've got a 2-score game, right? So for those of you out there who aren't football junkies, you can score and do a 1-point conversion, or you can go for it, as they say, and you can go for 2. So within striking distance, huge drive for the Bucks. You've got 17 minutes left in this football game. It's time to respond.
So Ben George will kick off again. Renouf back for kick return. Last couple of kicks here, we've been wind has blew the ball off the tee, just to let you know how breezy it here at Rocky Stone. But actually, we're fairly fortunate now that breeze plus cloud cover.
Yep.
That means the humidity is backed up a little bit. It's a little tolerable, but if you're 3/4 into a football game, you're definitely trying to get fluids into your body to rehydrate. Here's George with the kickoff, keeps it on the ground, and it will get to one of the backs. And we'll see where he goes. He tries to go against the world by himself. It doesn't get very far as the Mustangs swarm to him. Ball will be about the 20-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Buccaneers.
All right, there
And
it is.
some
That's a
flag.
little like you guys, you got to play the whistle. As soon as you see someone near the out of bounds, we've got work on Monday.
Yeah.
You just got to chill. We got somebody hobbling there off the field, but
It's
this is a mental error. When you're up 15, don't do stupid things. And it's right
the guy was
here, right at the end. He throws him down.
Yeah.
It's just he's already out of bounds.
Yeah,
Just
plays over.
relax a little bit.
And that player has gone right to the
Unnecessary roughness.
repair stage.
Moncton,
Yeah.
late hit out of bounds, 15-yard penalty. First down.
So don't get me wrong. Nothing violently happened there. But the thing is that you hear the whistle, you're out of bounds, just let him go. As soon as you carry him to the ground, the defense is going to get called every time because we're trying to protect and be safe.
And a kickoff return, if you get on the other side of the 35-yard line, that's a win for the receiving team.
Absolutely.
They gave them 15 yards to accomplish that. So 1st and 10, Buccaneers. And they're running the ball.
Holding.
Looks like there'll be a holding there out of the gate.
Yeah. And something else late, too.
Flags down on the play.
65's looking around like he doesn't agree. Tristan Miguel.
Gabrielli with the carry. Not bad yards for a first carry, +5, but it might all go for naught.
I'll be interested to see what the second flag was, right? Because there's a flag that came in late from the side judge. Interesting to see if that offsets or if they're both negative for the Bucks.
Well,
Looks like they're
talking to
pointing to the Bucks.
Well,
so.
they're pointing
or to the Mustangs, yeah.
Both captains.
Yeah. Could be offsetting.
So referee Gates is checking to see what the call was here on that other second flag. It'll stall the action just for a second, and we've had some interesting rules that we've had to kind of gather and discuss and figure out what was really going on. But
so
overall, it's been a good game by both teams and the referees. Actually.
Yeah, so here's a fun one that I saw twice this year. So I saw it against the Mustangs, and I saw it against the Fredericton Fleet, the team that I currently play for. Shout out to the Fleet. The reality is that there's this call called tandem buck.
Yes.
So it's basically just rugby, but you can't push your quarterback.
Yeah.
And what's interesting is that every team does it, but it's a matter of does the referee know that call exists, and how blatant is it, right?
And is he going to call it?
Yeah, is he going to call it?
Yeah.
Here we
He's
go.
offsetting unnecessary roughness fouls. The first foul is against the Bucks, blocking below the knees. The second foul, unnecessary roughness against Moncton, hands to the face. That play will be replayed at the line of scrimmage. First down.
Okay.
So once the smoke clears, Bucks are still 1st and 10, offsetting rough play fouls.
Back to the start.
We'll replay first down.
So the base offense for the Buccaneers, 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left, single back in the backfield. Quick toss over the middle, got the 10 yards. And a quick sit down with the free safety coming right down. Really not much room to do anything else, but they move the sticks. 1st and 10 Buccanease. Ball now on the 48-yard line on their side of the field.
Yeah, just backyard football here. So nice pitch and catch. Jordan Kierstead was the receiver on that play. Just a quick slant, put it on him.
I still see that fullback kind of on that little leak outside, and there's no one covering him. He should have a room for a little scoot if the Buccaneers pick it up. There's Gabrielli now with a run, but he gets caught right at the line of scrimmage.
Not going anywhere. I mean, this is the thing, is that the difference in this game, the reason that it's 15 points different, can pretty much be explained at the difference in the running game. The Bucks can pass, and their quarterback can run, and it's absolutely no shot on the running back on the Bucks. That is nothing against the running back on the Bucks. It's simply the penetration is there on the defensive line, and you have to manufacture a run game, and that's extremely difficult.
And Ben Dunstan, interior defensive lineman, in on that tackle. Now it's 2nd and 10. O'Brien back to the air. The quick throw on the hook. Bernouf with it, and he powers forward for a first down. So the Bucks putting something together here with less than 20 seconds left to go in the third quarter. So
yeah, probably our last play coming up here of the quarter. Stick with what works. Just keep, what is it that hangs? Matriculating the ball down the field, boys. Yeah. Love that. That's one of my favorite all-time
Well, I mean,
quotes.
you know what? And it's the way the game goes. The pressure's going to be on that guy on your team, and that guy is O'Brien for the Bucks. Yeah. So he just has to come up and make some throws and make it work. Now he's getting into trouble. There's a guy wide open outside.
Boomer just got a shot. Number 1. He had the
Brody Boudreau
penetration.
with the catch.
He had the penetration, and they chipped him. So if we watch this replay, the reason this play happens is because number 1 gets bottled up. So 1's down at the top of your screen. He gets chipped there, and then watch this.
Nope.
Just a little, nothing illegal about that. He just kind of put his shoulder out, and that boy is probably twice the size of Boomer, and Boomer's not a small guy. So here we go, fourth quarter.
This is it, and the Bucks are putting together a pretty strong drive, 25-10, as we start the fourth quarter. Bucks answering this drive with some success and moving the chains, getting some first downs. And again, you know, the Bucks are going to go in this fourth quarter, according to how Liam O'Brien goes. And so far, he's been doing what they've asked, and he just has to push the envelope a little more to get a little more out of his team.
Yeah, and every Bucks receiver is equal in talent. There's nobody that stands out, so they don't have that go-to guy where you need a catch and you just throw it up to that person. That can be a good thing, but when it comes down to, you know, the end of a game situation and you just need somebody to take over, the question will be, who do you give the ball to? Do you just hold it? Do you run it? Or do you just try to continue, as we said, to matriculate the ball down the field? And when you're in this end, why not? Just stick with what works. You just got to finish. It doesn't matter how you get there.
Well, you're down, 15 points, so you need 2 conversions, but you better orchestrate that first one.
Yeah.
And then put the pressure on yourself for the second one, but at least get the first one down and give yourself a shot.
Then you know your difference.
And then that'll give your team a bit of a lift, a little
100%.
defensive stand.
100%.
And meanwhile, Mustangs will just keep pounding the ball and throwing the little 5 or 6 yard plays.
They're trying to bend, don't break. I mean, the reality is they broke on that one drive, and there's no question that if O'Brien thinks he has that seam there again, why not?
It's
right? Go for it.
Yeah.
So we may see that on the next couple plays.
So their normal set, 1 running back in the backfield, 3 receivers to the right. He's looking. Now he's outside the pocket. Now he's back in the pocket. Going to be in trouble. Still gets out. And still on the move, but he is in a lot of traffic.
Houdini, man. This is like in what world should that have been a 15-yard run?
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Now, don't get me wrong. Mustangs need to bring him down, but he is not easy to tackle, folks.
It was just a bunch of slippery arm tackles, and he kept spinning and turning.
But there's men twice his size trying to bring him down. So watch as he breaks the pocket. He says, okay, all right, I'm done. You know what? Time to run. Okay, tuck it away.
There's 2.
1.
There's
2.
3.
Yep. And then
4,
right
5,
there.
6,
right?
7,
And
8.
now it's literally he puts his shoulder down and gains another 5 yards. That makes all the difference.
First and 10 Bucks. They keep the drive alive. He's looking for the opening. All kinds of time.
Oh, he's got a crosser.
He's got trouble there, and then he gets tackled behind the
Great play. So that's what we call a coverage sack. We call that a coverage sack. So this is again.
I mean, the first thing too is the Mustangs kept him in the pocket, and then once he thought he had a lane. There were just too many black shirts there.
The times there initially in the right tackle, that matchup today has been very good between Nick Bohor, the right tackle, and Boomer, Caden Boomer. The reality is that he had time. There was nobody open, and this is why we call it a coverage sack. The coverage created that sack.
2nd and 12, Buccaneers. Looking to keep the ball, keep the chains moving.
All kinds of time again.
And he throws down to sure hands. Number 24, Brody Boudreau with the catch. He's going to be just about short, maybe 2 yards short of the first down. It'll be 3rd down. Actually, about a yard. So about a yard to go on a big 3rd down for the Buccaneers, although we're at a stage now when they've got 2 downs to get the yard.
Well, and we talked about this a bit earlier, Pete. We were concerned about the offensive and defensive lines getting gassed. The reality is the defensive line has to sprint forward and try to get to the quarterback. The offensive line can set in a pass block, and they maybe got 1 or 2 yards that they got to move. So in terms of conserving energy, much easier on this type of a drive for the defensive line to get gassed. Interesting that you call water, because the offensive team has the momentum and has the choice. So if I'm them, I would have just kept going, right? Because I'm clearly winning.
Have Mo.
But seriously, now it's like I need water that bad, right? So
it's been a long drive.
Yeah, it has.
And
but finish it.
Yeah, it has been big play drive. It's been 4 and 5 yards at a time. But now we're 3rd down, about a yard to go.
Yeah, when you got Caden Boomer, who's 17 years old, he needs a little sip of Gatorade, and then he's good. right? But it's the
The
rest
other
of the
big
people.
bodies, yeah.
It's the rest of the people that need it, right?
Yeah.
So now the Mustang, to me, that water break actually gave the Mustangs a benefit.
So now they're looking at short yardage situation, and Mustangs are just fully loaded on the D line. O'Brien stays out. He's going to run the option, turns it upfield, gets the first down, and they'll be just outside the 15-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Buccaneers. 12:30 remaining here in the game.
Yep. So this is an option play.
Was it, though?
It never was. Let's be honest. He had an option, but he was never going to take that option. You're right.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't either if I had his athleticism, an ounce of his athleticism.
So 1st and 10. Buccaneers, long sustained drive here at the start of the 4th quarter. Trying to answer, get some points on the
13
board.
in the seam.
All kinds of trouble, gets out of it, but still too many bodies. Now he's got the broke. Someone comes back. He's got a mile of time. Throws it. Oh, and goes to Verneuf, and just about a yard further would have been a catch as Verneuf tried to get down there for the ball.
See, this is a prime example of it's been working all game. You've got running room. You have all kinds. Watch him. He moves left, gets faded away. He's like, okay, look at all the space on the screen, folks. Just run.
Big Brandon Caldwell.
Set your feet. That's on it. Back against your body. That throw is extremely difficult. He can make it, but it's not a high percentage throw. So if I'm him, I would have just taken what I had there.
Mustangs just changed 3 of their 4 front line. Brandon Caldwell kind of banged up his ankle, I think. Boomer basically tapped his helmet and started running to the sidelines. So they got some fresh blood in there. It's 2nd and 10. Clock now running again, 11:50 remaining here in the 4th quarter of championship football. MFL Maritime Bowl, the 21st, all vying for the McIntyre Cup. Peter Como, Bobby McIntyre here, providing the verbiage to get you through the day. Hopefully you're enjoying the coverage. They run a basic screen. There's that little flip to the fullback that I thought has been open all day. And he goes
Touchdown.
to the house.
Wow. See, that's again, it's a couple things. It's you've been getting time to throw the football. So watch, he's got time to throw the football. Now what you do is you go with a quick hit. To your point earlier, Coach, you now have the ability to just dump it out, and then it's just poor tackling. And the Mustangs, if we had to summarize that drive, it's poor tackling, right? It's the fundamentals there. But hey, now we've got ourselves a great football game, 4th quarter.
Gabrielli, who's been carrying the ball, 1 catch on the day, and he takes it to the house.
Great
so
play.
The Bucks have to be happy with what they're seeing right now. There's the convert. It is worth the point. So we're now 25-17. Bucks down by 8. 11:33, which is a ton of time. Mustangs have to come back out and get some flow.
Yeah, and overanalyzing, it's what I do. We could have gone for 2 there, but we decided to go for 1. Now we must go for 2 on the next drive. We now have an 8-point game. So if you are going for 2 there and you get it, now the math is in your favor. But now if you go and you miss it later in this game, it could cost you. But hey, we're not about analytics here. It's Maritime football.
Anything can happen in Canadian football. You don't leave your seat. I mean, it's crazy when Riverview High School won the championship game last year with 1:32, I think, left in the game. I did the old move to the parking lot to get in the car and drove home. Didn't find out till the next morning that Riverview threw the pass, that won them the game. And I'm going, okay, note to self, Dad.
I heard that was an unbelievable finish. Yeah. And hey, congratulations to the Riverview Royals.
Never won it before.
Finally.
Yeah. Kevin Jones and the red and white of Riverview.
They were the butt of a joke in Fredericton for a long time, right? And I'm sure in Moncton they were too. Right?
Well,
I'm sure they were in Moncton. They always get invited to the dance. Yeah. What is it? Always a bridesmaid, never right. The bride. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
What a kickoff.
We have a rouge potential. Rouge potential.
This is going to be huge as you get it out.
Yes, he got it out, and that's
whoa. Well, lucky he held up.
Okay, he did. But here's the reality of that, folks. Kickoff. Him getting it out of the end zone is a much bigger deal than you would think, because now they're going to get the ball in a better field position. Not to mention the points, right? So the
It'll be first down for the Mustangs.
Yeah, so had he got tackled in the end zone, folks, it would have been a single, which is in the game like this where it's 8 points. It's the difference between a 2-point and a 1-point conversion. 2-point and a 1-point conversion.
Check out our website at www.monctonmustangs.com.
So first and 10 Mustangs, ball on their 4-yard line. They've been here before and drove the field, and they're looking for to do the same again as they want to have a sustained drive here that eats up a lot of clock time and puts a little pressure on the Bucs. They're starting off with the run with Fogarty. He goes right into the gap. He gets 3 or 4 yards, so that works a little bit more to give the Mustangs some breathing room. But again, I think the Buccaneers defense is starting to cut down some gaps in the space.
Yeah, like again, I keep saying his name, right? But Drew Packman, easily the best defensive player on the Bucs, best athlete on the field on the Bucs, and just consistently filling those gaps.
So second down, 6 yards to go. Another running play with Fogarty. He's got time and room and space, and he's got the first down. So mission accomplished as they move the sticks and give themselves some breathing room. That's away from their goal line. And the clock is running. We're down to 10:30 now. And I know 10:30 is a lot of ball time, but Buccaneers need it back. So if the Mustangs can sustain a drive here and just get a big chunk of time out, it puts a little more pressure on O'Brien and the offense of the Buccaneers as they try to get something going. But right now, it's all about the Mustangs holding on to the ball and getting first downs. Caldwell is seriously limping out there. There's Fogarty. Oh, just a hairline trip to go to the house.
Yeah, that's what they're looking for, is that big break. To your point, though, hey, Caldwell's a tough kid. He'll push through it. Yeah, there is no tomorrow, right?
He ain't coming out.
You gotta love the Josh Hicksbach in there with the old hands up at the end to say I didn't do anything wrong, which he didn't, folks. But the reality is that don't incriminate yourself. But no, there's a ton of time in this game. This is going to come down to the wire, like we predicted. 2nd
and 4, Mustangs. Caldwell again. Ball on the ground, looking for a slice. That's Cam Morley, still on his feet. All kinds of yards there. He gets out to the 40-yard line. A huge run by Cam Morley. Fresh legs in the house.
All right, Cam, you've graduated from power back to scat back. That was a very nice foot in the ground cut. And the thing is, too, is that he maintained his balance here. So you'll see at the end of the run. So he hits the hole, and then right here, he stays up, and then he stays up again, right? So it was a very, very grinded run.
1st and 10 Mustangs to the air. Quick hook, that works. Hicks with the ball, still on his feet.
84.
And he moves for another 20 yards. Another first down for the Mustangs. They're just gobbling up yardage here. And that clock is still running now. 8:50 left in the game.
Good things happen when you give it to number 84. So simple hook route, right? Inside, you think, no, he's not going to go anywhere, and he gains another 15 to 17 yards. So that's just...
That's the way it goes.
Men with boys, as they say.
Radus. Scotia, Transvers, Premier ici.
So another 15-yard penalty on the Buccaneers as maybe frustration starting to set in a little bit.
That hurts, and that was towards the end of the play. I think it might have been a hands to the face situation or whatever it is. It's not recommended.
1st and 10 Mustangs. Comfort.
Yeah.
With the quick toss, Fogarty on the edge, has the sideline, and quickly steps out of bounds.
Yeah, we talked about the weather. It's starting to show.
Yeah.
Really
I mean, it's been a scorcher out there.
Yeah.
You know what I like about the Fogarty? He understands his size versus his defensive size, and there's no need to take a huge hit. You got the first down.
Nope.
Just step out of bounds and live another day. And you get these other ones who want to say, I'm going to power through for that half a yard and get blown up.
It's so true. I've watched Fogarty for 3 years now, and it's very rare that he gets pummeled by somebody because he knows how to take the hit, right?
And he's got the ball again, and now he tries to get outside, but he's corralled, so he gets to the line of scrimmage, but that's it.
Great job by the Bucs. So 95, 91, right? So that's Morgan Ray and Adam Murray. Just nice pursuit angles by both kids there. Bottom put them in a 2nd and long.
2nd and long, clock still running. The clock right now not the Buccaneers' friend, especially if the Mustangs come up with any type of points on this drive at all. So we're back to that, boys. Like, we let them drive the field, but we've got to make a stand right now. The whole season is on this defensive stand. And meanwhile, it's back to what we do. Fogarty through the hole. And he is close to a first down. I don't think he has it, but it's going to be short, which is almost with comfort there. And
yeah, and see
almost irrelevant.
what credit where credit's due. I mean, watch as he gets thrown, right? So 28 throws him for an additional 3 yards. And that makes the difference between 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2, instead of 3rd and 5. So had his defender thrown him to the opposite direction, you're 3rd and 5. Now you're 3rd and 2.
So Mustangs, short yardage situation. Comfort stays in pistol, gives it to Fogarty, but a man just jumped the edge.
Nice play.
In a hurry,
Who's
number
that?
3.
Yep. Okay. You can call him his
Aiden
name.
Marshall.
Yep. Yeah. So earlier,
Unblocked.
I was hard on him. Blitz off the edge. Yeah.
Wow.
Blitz on the edge.
Bit late there by the slot.
John T missed it, but that was a nice play by the Bucks. So Aiden Marshall earlier, I was hard on him when he got his ankles broken. He was breaking some ankles on that one. Great play, Aiden.
The Mustangs would like to thank
Well,
the city of Moncton
I mean,
for their
the
continued
Mustangs are
support.
going for a field goal. Ben George,
Big points here.
obviously the best in the league, one of the best in the AUS.
Yep.
So he'll be hitting a 21-yard field goal attempt.
Yep.
And 6:55 left, and you put this up, that
You
kind
gotta
of changes
protect.
the
You gotta
dynamic
protect.
of the game.
Don't get it blocked. It's
And
happening.
He's waiting. So some confusion.
Okay,
I don't know
yeah.
if there was a numbers.
I know
count.
that's a Dan Comfort. I'm upset because somebody didn't do what they were supposed to do. So
11.
that looks like one player short. Yeah. So Rosie's coming in.
So timeout, Mustangs, which good job by Headsy number 2.
Yeah, I can. He's, like I said, smartest player on the field, no question. This guy is a guy who was at Mount Allison, played a lot of football. He was literally, so we've got 3 quarterbacks on the roster. They don't always dress the 3rd quarterback, but when you got Dan Comfort there, you let him hold the clipboard because he's basically a co-offensive coordinator, right? And that's
Keep him in the game.
It's the brain, right? It's the brain, and that's why he knows his X's and O's. Phenomenal coach, great human being, and somebody who is smart enough to make sure that in an important time when you can potentially have a kick blocked, you call timeout. So well done.
So it's on Ben George's foot with the about 21-yard field goal. Kicks it up.
All right,
And
big
it's
points.
good.
Big points.
28-17. So now it's an 11-point lead, which means 2 possessions by the Buccaneers with 6:51 remaining in the game. A little easier breathing room now for the Mustangs.
Yeah, and I would say the key is if you bend and break, you're fine. If you break, you're in big trouble, right? So it's consistently making sure that you have your deep zones covered. Do not allow that seam that you allowed earlier in the game. I would look for maybe potentially some more 2 safety looks because they've got to earn it. They've got to earn 2 scores, to your point, Coach. And when you have a running game on the other side that can kill the clock, the 2 safety look is probably an adjustment that you need to consider at this point. You'll see it in 3rd and long, but the question is, will you start to see it more on 1st or 2nd down? That's the question.
And like you said earlier, just keep the receivers in front of you.
Yeah, the 2 safety
Make
look
plays.
takes away those seams, right?
Yeah.
Cover 2 man, cover 4, you can actually swallow up those seam routes. If you have a single high safety, you're guessing. Let's see what they come out with.
So Boudreau and Renouf back to receive.
It's going to be another
George
squib.
on the kick.
Yeah, just smart play there, right?
Get it upfield.
Look
Get
at
on
that.
The ball. Still live.
Uh-oh.
Got to make a play.
That's Aiden. Ooh.
Aiden Marshall
Yep.
picks up the play, gets the ball out to the 49-yard line, which is as good as it needs to be.
Not so quietly having a great game.
So 1st and 10 Buccaneers.
The design of this is supposed to be to not get a big return, but when you have him stop dead for rights and you don't make the tackle and now you're at the 50-yard line, kind of defeats the purpose of the squib.
28-17 for the Mustangs here, championship football. Winner gets the McIntyre Cup. 6:42 left and counting. Buccaneers with the ball, 1st and 10. They really have to get a major right on this drive if they want to make things happen.
You have to get at least 3.
Yeah.
At least 3.
And then they want some time on the clock, too, to do what they do.
Looking
There's one over the
downfield.
top. He's
Got him.
there.
Oh,
wow.
my goodness. That, folks, is...
Renouf, one of the more reliable receivers on the Buccaneers, had it in his hands with 3 Mustangs around him. It did not come up with the play. And that could have been what the Buccaneers needed to get back in the game.
Could have been house. So, again, cover 3. You've got defenders, but you're beat. You're flat out beat. You got 3 guys around the ball, and you let them through. And this is exactly what the Mustangs are going to do. They're very lucky. They dodged a huge bullet. And if you're the Bucs, you're going to look at that film. If this game doesn't go where you want it to go,
Well, they've got 2 of those.
yeah, that's going to be one you want back.
2nd and 10. Ball's back in the air.
Ooh, miscommunication there. But it's those types of things that this league you are going to walk potentially into the end zone. This is just a miscommunication here. The Bucs receivers are open. They're open. Just got to hit them, and you got to catch the football.
So 2 new receivers come in.
But to your point, Renouf's been a great player today. Don't get me wrong, he's having a great game.
3rd and 10, Buccaneers. 5:55 remaining in the 4th quarter. O'Brien and pistol. No pressure. Outside the pocket. Still working the field.
Now.
He's in trouble now.
Yeah, he's
Still
just gonna run. Ooh, okay. All right. Very awkward landing there. Big number 95 in pursuit.
And loss of 3, so it's going
That's
to be
Athens.
fourth down.
Alexandre Athens Leger, one of the brothers. Yeah. One of the brothers, Alexandre Athens Leger, with the tackle at the end here. So his brother plays receiver, number 9.
It'll be 4th down.
Julien Athens Leger.
So the Bucs forced a punt on a 4th and long.
Vive les Olympiens.
Touching all the high school bases today.
That's
Thomas
it.
Vino kicking for the Bucs.
.541, what we call crunch time. So you need a 3 and out if you're the Bucs.
He's been punting really well today.
Yep, nice hang time there. It's going to
And
bounce too.
Away from the receiver.
Okay, here we go.
Sidelines is not your friend. And he gets pushed out of bounds. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Mustangs.
Yeah.
Ball in around their 25, 5:24, and run the clock.
Earlier, Coach, I was like, all right, are we a bit premature? Yeah, we were premature, but the reality is now it's 3 and out. If you don't get a 3 and out here, down 2 scores, you're in big trouble. So watch for a blitz. Watch for something to try to jump the ball. The reality is the Mustangs, to your point, should try to run the clock. So if you don't have 8 in the box, you're doing something wrong, right? So you've got to stop the run. I would just go cover 0. They look like they have a safety high. Not what I would do, but this is why I'm in the booth.
Well, you'd say cover 0, but Josh Hicks changes the...
Yeah, that's
There's
true.
Morley ripping out about 8 yards.
Situational football, though, right? Yeah.
I'd throw it.
Yeah. If there's cover 0, I'd throw it. Yeah, but there isn't.
So about 7 yards. It'll be 2nd down, 3 yards to go.
Yeah. This is matriculation time.
time.
Yeah, matriculate the ball up the field, boys.
Under 5 left in the game.
Yeah.
Referee calling a stoppage in play as we're looking, I believe. Normally, would you call a technical timeout?
Yeah,
So-
the 8 points earlier was very, very. You've got the sweat beating down your brow if you're Jason Terrace, but head coach of the Mustangs. Right now, you're feeling pretty good. Now it's a matter of don't do anything that will turn the ball over.
Yeah.
Right. So you got to go into contact with 2 hands. If you're going to throw the ball, don't throw it to the other team. Sounds easier than it is. Coach knows that well.
Yeah.
Whose idea was that?
Man, honestly, I remember I was probably 13 years old, and you were running an MFA camp, and you were running a drill, and I was playing safety, and you just threw it, and I was like 13 years old, and I picked off a ball from you, and you were so mad, and it was just a camp, and I was like,
yeah.
hey,
I'm very touchy about stuff.
but it never dies. It just shows that, like, when a 13-year-old intercepts you, it doesn't matter. You should be mad. I'd be mad too.
It's frustrating when you lead the league in receptions thrown, but it's to the other team. Like,
the Facebook the other day, I liked it. You saw it. It was I think I got a few more interceptions in the old arm.
I can still go.
I died laughing. Yeah.
Yeah, everyone will want me to play.
A lot of the boys liked it. I think, Coach, you got 8
Timer.
to
Could you
10
reset the
reactions.
game clock to 5 minutes, 06 seconds, please? 5:06.
So a little bit of a time adjustment here to clear that up. That's probably what the technical timeout was, and the Buccaneers coach made his point. So it'll be second down, 3 yards to go for the Mustangs. Ball is on about the 33-yard line, and the clock is now running again. A full 20 seconds. Hopefully we'll run off this clock as close as we can get as the Mustangs.
In control.
And they run to the right, cut back.
Yeah, big first down there.
Fogarty, first
Okay.
down.
All right. Bucks got to get into the strip mode. So by that, folks, it's first person in, secure the tackle. Second person in, start the lawnmower, try to rip it out, try to punch it out. Look, he's carrying it. He is carrying it with one hand. So there is an opportunity there if you're the Bucks, but you've got to jump, put your head on the football, anything possible to get the ball back.
First and 10 Mustangs. Ball on their own 41-yard line. Clock at 4:15 remaining in the game. Comfort in the pistol
Just heard
position.
someone yell check run, Coach.
Yeah. I think it'll go beyond check
That
run.
fan might be right. Uh-oh.
And Comfort
We were
throws it.
wrong.
Oh,
That
wow.
is exactly what you don't do.
Yeah.
My goodness, Corey.
That brings up second down.
Yeah, pick six.
Ooh,
What a defensive play there.
that would have.
Wow.
Oh, that's
Wow.
Aiden.
Yeah.
That's Aiden Marshall. Okay, all right, that'll humble them. Go back to what you do.
Second and 10.
Don't throw a
Well, the
hook.
thing about that, too, is
Don't give it away.
it did stop the clock, you know, because of an incomplete
There's
pass.
so many things,
Yeah.
but it does stop because it's not inside 3 minutes. However, the point is the same. Don't give it to the other team. There you go. Back to basics.
Cutting through.
Okay. Big down for the Bucks. This
Third
is their entire season. So you got 3rd and 7, right?
Yep, 3rd and 7.
The whole
Mustangs.
season on the line.
It'll be third down.
So just an easy zone here. So normally this has been working, but they bottled it up this time. Now, do you run bootleg? Do you give Dan the ability to roll? Or do you just go back with old reliable and try to pound it in its zone, punt it, you're up 2 scores, let your defense do the work? I think they're going to run.
Well, the only thing I'm saying is it's not a usual play because Comfort was looking at the armband to read it off. So this is something that's maybe deep in this.
Max protect.
Deep in the script.
Yeah, there it is. Did not get the first. Big stop by the Bucks. Now, the 3-minute warning is going to give you a timeout. So now it's just a matter of score onside kick. So that's a huge stop.
Caleb Fogarty on the carry.
Smart decision by the Mustangs to trot out the punt return team. And now you've got that directional kick, Coach. You've got to kick it out of bounds and not allow the return.
Well, in the warm-up, Ben George is right here in front of the announcer's booth, and he was airmailing 60 yards in the air.
Yeah.
So the wind has died a bit, but it's still in his favor. And if he's got the smooth kicking stroke on this one and spirals it, it's going to go. It's going to go in the air for a while.
This is a East-West Bowl, Okay, so timeout by the Bucks. Smart stops the clock. That being said, could have got a 3-minute warning. So this is East-West Bowl. Very, very close to getting a pro CFL look, Ben George. So he's been holding out. He's been an excellent punter, actually. So punting was what he was trying to go pro on. But the Mustangs are extremely happy to have him.
Oh, my goodness. To have that on your special teams
That's it.
changes the whole, switches the field.
Yeah.
I mean, he's consistently good on kickoff and punts,
Yep.
field goals, converts.
Yep.
I mean, that's a huge asset that any coach would love to have on your depth chart going, yeah, I like this. So let's see
2
what Ben George
returners.
says.
2
Oh,
returners.
my.
Oh, here you go. Get it off. Oh, my goodness. There it is.
Oh,
There's that. There's exactly what
there's the play,
you
but
can't do.
I don't know where the snap was going.
Yeah, so let's break it down. So, this,
Wow.
folks, that is what we call a momentum shifter. So it looked like it was snapped to one of the upbacks.
Yeah.
And they're lucky that they prevented a touchdown here. But, hey, we have ourselves a championship football game here. Pete,
Well, I tell you,
let's go.
You know, and talk about
That's a big play.
self-inflicted
Yeah.
injury.
Here you go. And
Wow.
if you can score quick here, you've got an onside kick opportunity. It's a whole new ball game.
And I think Renouf wants another shot at a football.
Oh, yeah. This is the thing. Protect the seams. If you're the Mustangs, you got to protect the seams. Your single high safety.
See, they got trips to the right, only cover 2 over there.
Motion. There's a fake option that is an option.
He's throwing it.
Uh-oh. So we called that earlier. So that is their backup quarterback, Mitchell Tufts. So there was going to be some type of trick play. We weren't sure when it was going to come, but here it is.
Yeah.
So, Mitch, you have the right to throw. And just a little bit of pressure in his face. Good coverage by the Mustangs. This has become really exciting.
2nd and 10. The Bucks going deep into the playbook.
So much for matriculating it all the way up the field.
Clock still a factor, 2:46. Mustangs up by
Yep.
2 scores. Bucks in position.
Yep, and hey, you need 2 scores no matter what. So if you're the Bucks, make sure you get 3 minimum. You need it no matter what, right?
So empty backfield by the Buccaneers. O'Brien there by himself. Stands in, sees the quick throw, works his way upfield, and he drives for the first down. So it'll be 1st and 10 on the 15-yard line, left hash for the Buccaneers.
Get on the ball. If you're the Bucks, time is not on your side. Get on the ball and call a play. There they are. They're going to try. There you go. They got to hurry up in there. Ball gets set. Clock doesn't start until the whistle. Here it is.
1st and 10, 15-yard line. Nova Scotia Buccaneers
Empty.
trying to make something happen. The wide out.
Oh. Okay,
Yeah.
clock stops. Now, that was empty. So if you're the Mustangs, if you have not a 6 DB set in there, you need to make a substitution. Because running the football ain't going to do anything for you if you're the Bucks.
That was an open receiver that I think O'Brien would like to have back as a throw. 2:29 now, 2nd down, 10 yards to go, ball on the 15.
Chip shot field goal, coach. So you gotta
get a
make
score.
sure. Yeah, no matter what, you need 2. So worst case scenario, take the 3, go back, onside kick. Obviously, if you score here, it gives you far more options because now if you don't get the 2-point conversion, then you know that you have to get a touchdown. That's the huge advantage of scoring a touchdown. So they want 6.
Ball's in the air. There's the fake on the wheel. He's looking for help.
He's moving.
A receiver's got to find a home.
He's running.
Oh, what a
He's
block.
running.
What a block.
Touchdown. Great play.
Touchdown.
Yeah, excellent.
O'Brien.
You're right. It's the peel back block that was perfect. So he got the linebacker here. So here it is. So number 4, Zach Terrio, does a great job pursuing. So O'Brien leaks. Then you'll see top of your screen. He peels back. Very legal block. He's right beside his guy, and touchdown. That's exactly what they needed. Now you got to go for 2.
So that changes everything. We're 28-23, 2:19 left. Man down.
It's what we call a barn burner.
for the Buccaneers.
Yeah, barn burner.
Yeah.
And you've got to give yourself a chance to get the football back. So you're going to kick an onside kick. It's high percentage football. And then if you don't, you actually have enough time and a timeout to potentially get the football back.
the stop.
But you do need a 3 and out. You
Yeah.
do need a 3 and out. So this is for the Mustangs and the fans here. It's got a little bit quiet. But for those of you who are watching from Nova Scotia and Halifax, you're very excited. Your team's in this.
They got a shot. So you're telling me I got a shot.
So you're telling me there's a chance. Shout out to Dumb and Dumber. Then that could be our nickname.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah. They'd hire us back.
Yeah.
2:19, 28-23. Buccaneers with the major score. Now going for the 2-point
All right.
convert attempt.
So, Coach, what you're Liam O'Brien. What are you doing?
Honestly, if it's me, I'm going to throw Renouf on an out.
Yeah.
I'm going to clear the zone,
Yeah.
have him peel out. I think he's the receiver that O'Brien has the most confidence in.
Everybody else hook at the goal line.
Yeah.
And then if not, O'Brien, run it. Here we go.
He's got to make it go.
Wide open.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
He didn't
Oh,
catch
he
it.
dropped it.
Oh, wow.
That is a massive play.
Brody Boudreau with the ball in his hands for the catch. Whoa.
This is.
I thought he. I literally thought he had it.
This is so open that.
Wow.
That is.
Wow.
That is a 99 times out of 100.
Yeah.
So great throw by O'Brien. Busted coverage by the Stangs. Here's the good news. Again, it's what I said earlier. Now you know you can't win with 3.
Yeah.
So now you know you need 6. Versus if you had have got the field goal there, you're unsure whether you're going to actually.
Yeah.
You know the math, right?
Yeah.
So, onside kick is pending. If you got the hands team on the Mustangs, just
And
tell
Vino,
Josh Hicks to go get it.
Yeah, Vino has done a very good job with the foot today, so I'm sure
Yeah.
he has this in his resume.
So let's see. So on the bottom of your screen, you're going to see Hicks, you're going to see Chris Brown, you're going to see Josh McDonald, you're going to see the hands team. Now, there's 2 ways basically to do an onside kick. You can kick to your overload, or you can kick it up the middle and have the kicker go get it. This might be an overload kick the way he's pointing.
Oh, I think he's just going to
Yeah.
put the lob ball up there.
It's
That's
got a
good
chance.
Kick. That's got a good
Got a
kick.
chance.
It's in the air.
Wow.
Oh,
That's Josh Hicks.
Josh Hicks
Josh Hicks just made a huge play.
secures the ball.
This is why 84 gets paid nothing to play this sport. He probably should, but
And he earns every nothing he gets.
he earns all $0.
But
Wow,
they
look at
get-
those big mitts.
Yeah. The kicker gave his team a shot at recovering the
that
ball.
Was a phenomenal onside
yeah,
kick.
that was
and,
textbook.
And if you don't have an AUS All-Star out there fielding it, right?
Yeah.
If you had me or Coach Como out there,
Yeah, well,
probably the other team has the ball.
Yeah, the coach probably wouldn't have had me on.
Well, I would put you on the hands team.
Yeah, I would say, someone go take Peter off.
Why is there a
Yeah.
60-year-old man out there?
Yeah. The guy that's been running water in all day, go take Peter off.
That guy only throws picks.
2:15 left in the championship football game. Ball in the hands of the Mustangs,
Okay.
in the hands
All
of
right.
Fogarty. Fogarty with 4 yards.
Not
and
even
second down and more than
not
6.
Not even close to over, folks. So if you're the Bucks, right?
You
gotta
can stop.
you got to get them down to 3rd down. Then you got to call a timeout to preserve clock. So nothing really to analyze here. They're just going to run the football. Now, the question is, if you get on 3rd down as the Mustangs, do you dare pass it? That's the question.
Well, no.
I wouldn't, but they may.
Even
They may.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
at that stage of the game.
Here we go. So
There's Fogarty again. Now he's
if
got
he
a back cut
bounces it,
seam.
it's trouble.
He's got the
Oh,
ball.
that's huge. Staying in
And staying in
bounds.
bounds.
Smart kid.
Yeah.
Well done. All right, last leg. So the math is such that you've got 5 downs. You've got 20 seconds times 5. So if you don't get 3 and out for the Bucks, your season is over at this point.
But what a superb cutback on Fogarty's
phenomenal.
part. And then the wherewithal to stay in bounds,
Yeah.
which we haven't seen all day,
That's
stop the clock.
That's a kid knowing the rules, right?
Yeah.
He just bought his team 20 seconds.
There's nothing wrong with being smart in the game of football.
No, sir.
What's that football IQ? Do you have it?
That Dan Comfort IQ.
1st and 10. Mustangs, right hash. Trying to control the clock and run the game out. There's Cam Morley. He does the cutback, but he gets stomped on the line.
All right, now, if you're the Bucks, I think they called one earlier in the game, but I believe they do have one. So when they use it, will be up to them. I would wait until 3rd down because it's just your best percentage.
Yeah, that's the critical time.
It is.
Yeah.
So you're going to get down to about 111, and then we're going to snap the ball. 115.
So 2nd down, about 11 yards for the Mustangs. The ball is at the 48-yard line on the Buccaneer side of half. Comfort still at the quarterback. He's been there all day and done a really good, solid job. There's Morley with the run. He's just going to go straight ahead and get what he can get.
That's good for the Bucks, though.
Yeah.
Now.
Third down, 6 yards to go. Do they have a timeout left? I see
Well-
their coach off the sideline, and he's calling timeout.
It's the thing. You got nothing to lose
Yeah.
and everything to gain from this. So now you've got 3rd and 7, right?
Yeah.
You're outside, although it is Ben, but it's still outside his range. And quite honestly, we've been saying it, you're outside a Rouge range, but a Rouge doesn't do anything. So the question will become on 4th down, if you're the Mustangs, do you try to pick it up? Do you try to pin them and give them a chance to return it? Do you directly kick it out of bounds?
Well, yeah.
We're going to see.
Yeah, I take the run play and run the clock. Then I put my special teams in and tell Ben that we want you to get this out.
Don't give them a
inside
chance.
the 10-yard line.
Coffin corner.
Yeah.
Yep.
Kick it and hit my car in the parking
Yeah,
lot.
100%.
I think is the rule.
Yeah, the Mercedes. Yeah.
Yeah. My bike. I brought my bike.
The 1992 Toyota Camry.
So we'll see what happens. Comfort is coming back to the huddle now. 1:11 left in the game.
Man.
5-point spread for the Mustangs here.
These boys on both
Championship
sides,
football.
they're giving the fans what their
Well,
money's worth.
I don't think anyone coming here, other than the people that know,
No.
would have expected the Mustangs, the dominant
No.
year they had,
No.
that the other team's still alive this late in the game.
Blitz off the edge.
So that now he's going
He's
to throw
throwing it.
Now he's in
Go
trouble.
down. Yep. There you go. Okay. All right. So that's
actually better.
Well, do not throw that football. Dan was smart because could you imagine that could have been a pick six and your season's over. So smart decision by Dan to eat it. Great pressure off the edge here. Number 93 looks like. Yep. So
a little pressure here though on the punt team because we
Chris
did have-
Horwood.
We did have. I'm not sure what happened punt here by the Mustangs a while ago.
Yeah. So now we've got ourselves a easy snap, directional kick out of bounds, and this is going to be your whole season right here.
For both teams,
Yeah.
really.
No, this is unbelievable.
This is it.
This is exactly what you signed up for. So this was a huge
Clock
kick.
is going down.
Run it all down.
We're down
and
to 55.
if you're the Mustangs, you could call a timeout if you choose.
There's the good snap.
Okay. Good kick. Okay, it is
It's
playable.
going to go hit the ground. It's going to get that crazy
Turnable.
bounce.
You got to cover. You got to cover. You got to cover. All right. A lot of work to do in 40 seconds, but hey,
Doable.
too high safety.
Yeah.
Right? Too high safety.
Well, we saw these 8 high safety
We did.
at the end of the
We
half.
did. And the reality is that it's very simple. Do not
There's a
give
flag
up
on
big
the
play.
Return to the first down for Nova Scotia.
And the referee's walking in. I'm not really sure what we're doing.
I'm up here in the booth and my heart's racing. I can only imagine how those boys are feeling down on the field.
So where is... waiting for referee Gates to give us an indication of what the flag is for.
Illegal procedure. Moncton, they did not have enough men on the line of scrimmage. That penalty's been declined. We're going first down, Nova Scotia.
So 1st and 10, Buccaneers. Ball's on the 32-yard line. They got to go the distance of the field.
All right, so you're going to potentially get, you've got an empty set. You've got 2 DBs, high safeties. Do not give up big seams. He's got sideline throw.
Oh,
Yeah, too much.
yeah.
Pass is incomplete. That brings up second down.
Second down, again, was to Renouf. I mean, it's one of those ones where you got to pick a soft spot throw and hopefully he can break a tackle.
Yeah, 100%.
Because chances of going over the top with 4 guys that far back on the field are slim to nil.
Shout out and appreciation to Rogers for broadcasting this game. That you like the positive energy that comes around from these broadcasts to promote our sport is
Especially
so
local
appreciated.
sports.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you to Rogers for doing this. We so appreciate you.
Hopefully you are enjoying the broadcast as we count down the final seconds of the MFL championship game. The winner getting the McIntyre Cup. There's a catch.
Get out of bounds. Get out of bounds.
Yeah, he did get out
He
of
is
bounds.
waving it down. Yeah. Okay.
So 28 seconds left to go in the game.
Yeah. Still absolutely doable. You got to get what you got to do is you got to get to about the 35-yard line and give yourself a chance for that Hail Mary, right?
For the
So
end
you've
zone.
got 2 plays to go about 30 yards, coach? Yeah. Yeah. So if you can get 30 yards in 2 plays, you've given yourself a chance. O'Brien's got a mega cannon arm.
No, he's showing he can throw it.
Yeah.
It's just a matter. In fact, he's just
Gotta
got to
get
get
there.
that guy
Just
to
gotta
make
get
the
there.
catch.
Yeah. Got to get there.
He's looking the other way. He's going up the hole.
He's going to get sacked. Yeah. Great play by the Mustangs.
But he's got the first down, so that keeps him alive, and the clock
alive.
stops for
Now-
a short while.
If they don't have a timeout, they got to get on the ball, which I don't believe they do.
No, they're lining up right now
Yeah.
to go.
Be ready on the snap. Here we go.
1st and 10,
Crunch time.
Buccaneers.
Throw it up, Liam.
Clock is now running. We're at 20 seconds. He's looking to throw. He's got no place to go. This is a lot of time. We're
That'd
gonna
be
get
a holding call. Yeah.
And he's throwing it to the bleachers.
Yeah. Okay. So now that's completely different now. So instead of getting yourself in a position, now you're in this awkward dynamic where you need like a hook and ladder. You need some type of a very low percentage play. If I'm them, I try to get it maybe to the center of the 50 on the next play, and then your last play is an attempt.
Try to go to the house.
You got it. So it's you. And the problem is if it's a hold, you're now talking.
Oh,
You're
no,
asking.
it's going back.
You're asking for a 35-yard play. Although the Bucs are pointing at the Mustangs. Let's see. Could be a big call here.
So a little more
Drama.
third team conversation here.
Yeah. Everybody likes drama.
Well, they certainly built it today.
Yeah, that was an 11-point advantage that turned into a 5-point advantage very quickly. Hey, both sides are putting up a huge fight, and the Coca-Cola or the beer, whatever it is that whatever your beverage choice is, tastes very good on the winning side, and still tastes okay on the losing side, but much more difficult. These guys, a lot of these people train year-round for their AUS sports. The 30-plus-year-old crowd is here for the love of the game. This league is a special thing, and it's something that we hope that more and more fans will appreciate. Great turnout here today, Pete.
Yeah, it is for a
It's
championship
a packed
football.
house, man.
Yeah.
It's a packed house. Thank you for the fans of Moncton.
Holding against Nova Scotia. That's a
There it is.
10-yard penalty. Going to repeat, second down.
Okay.
So, I mean, now
Sorry,
it's-
correction. We're going to repeat, first down. First down.
2 plays.
Math is terrible.
So referee Gates just straightening that out. It was holding against the Buccaneers. It'll be a 10-yard penalty, and it'll be first down repeated. 20 yards to go.
So there's your cover 8. So if you run and you throw it quick. There it is. Run. Just run and get what you can get. And now you got airmail, okay? Now you got to get to the edge. It's exactly what you wanted. That's exactly what you wanted. You gave yourself a chance.
So he's at the
Now-
45-yard line with 4 seconds left,
That
down
is
by 5.
exactly what they needed
That's
to
as
do.
good as it could have been.
That was well done.
Yeah.
Very shout out, great job, Halifax, Nova Scotia, I should say. So here's the deal: you have one play to the end zone. So you get your best athletes, your tallest athletes. Borderline, this is sub-in Josh Hicks type territory. I don't know if they have that in the package, but
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
know,
just put 'em out there.
Put the tallest athlete you got at the goal line and keep everything in front of you. So make sure you back up.
The clock went down with 4 seconds left to go in the game.
Oh my goodness. We thought we had drama before, Coach.
The only thing I find at times like this is
Yeah.
when the referees look up, they look up at the announcers.
Yeah.
You know, no, we just got here, man. I don't have any idea what's going on.
Here's the best part, though. We know the score.
Yeah.
The
4
only,
seconds.
We literally put a stopwatch on. Okay, folks. It's on your broadcast. There's 4 seconds. There it is.
There we go. Well, no,
they're
4
getting
minutes.
reloaded. Yeah, it's
Wow, that's
yeah.
Buccaneers say, let's play.
I honestly, I just think that the scoreboard's hot. I just
Yeah.
think that it's
It's
tired.
had enough.
It's tired of working. Yeah.
Here we go.
Here we go. Listen to the fans.
Well, that's as good as a timeout huddle
Listen
for
to
the
the
Buccaneers.
fans. Wow.
We're
Here we
up
go.
there.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys deep.
Yeah, and then it's knock it down. Don't be a hero.
He's got to buy some time for guys to
he's
get
got
there.
all kinds of
Now,
time.
just run into it and
He's
heave
going to
it.
launch it. Here it is.
It's going to
It's
get
got
to
a
the
chance.
end zone.
Knock it
it's
down.
going to the end zone.
Wow,
Oh, what a
play.
finish.
What a finish. Moncton Mustangs, 4 in a row.
That is wild.
Wow.
It was really anyone's ball when
Unbelievable
it gets in that
finish.
area.
Oh, is there controversy? Come on.
No, I don't know. I don't see anything. There's
No,
a flag on the play.
No, come on.
There's a flag on the play.
Who is it? If it's on Moncton, the game continues.
I know, but it continues closer to the
It sure
end zone.
does. It sure does. Let's see. I don't see a celebration from Black, so
No,
I'm going
this
to
is
say
a-
there was
this
something
is a- this
late
is
hit or
against-
something. Yep. This is okay.
So
Here
we
we
got
go.
one play left. There's no time left on
All
the
right.
clock.
Hey, don't get your popcorn ready.
Yeah.
Get your popcorn ready, and now it's a much more manageable throw.
1,
Mustangs
2,
did
3, 4, 5,
Now,
6,
Mustangs-
7 guys
get
deep.
your heels on the goal line and knock it down. The reality is that you have.
Is Josh Hicks out there?
He isn't, but we're not the coach. But you do have Rosie back there, who might as well be a receiver, right? You got Chris Brown. Now it is. Here we go.
This is
Worth the $10 admission. Here we go.
insane championship
This is
football here
great.
at Rocky Stonefield. Brought to you by your friends at Rogers Sports. He's in the pocket. He's going to go.
Okay, get him. Oh, he can't throw it.
No, it's in the air. It's in the end zone. It's caught. It's absolutely caught.
Touchdown, Nova Scotia. That's it.
Game over.
Bucks win.
insane
Unbelievable
football
finish.
with the never say die attitude
Wow.
of the Nova Scotia Buccaneers on a no time left on the clock play.
Yeah,
The Buccaneers win the 21st McIntyre Cup
what
championship
a game.
of NFL.
That is exactly why we play this game. You never ever quit. So if we I don't know if we're going to get a replay, but if we do, we can break it down for you folks. Here it is. So
I couldn't believe the ball
O'Brien
got
back,
to the end zone.
He's got time. He gets tucked. He almost gets hit for a loss. The strength to throw it down the field and then just go up and get it. The person who we said, Mikel Vincent, is going to be a hero.
The hero of the day on the bus.
A hero tonight. Mikel Vincent for the win. That is a very special moment for that kid. That's a very special moment for this team.
The undefeated Mustangs go down to the number 3 ranked team.
That's it. This is
NFL.
This
it's
is
never over till it's over.
No. This is exactly why you never give up.
Insanity on the field.
Unbelievable finish. And both teams, this is exactly the kind of finish
you wouldn't
that
believe
you
you
would
can't,
want.
you can't draw this up.
Like, no, this is why we play the game, right? This is why we play the game.
Well,
and,
everybody, on behalf of the Rogers crew, in front of the camera, behind the camera, Peter Como, Bob McIntyre here at Rocky Stone Field, your MFL 2023 champions are the Nova Scotia Buccaneers. Congratulations to a great team. Thanks for watching the game, everyone. 29-28 Nova Scotia. On behalf of all the people at Rogers, tune in because we bring you local sports.
It's not over until it's over, folks.
Goodbye, everybody.